Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi. Welcome to Clockwork Cantina, episode 28.
Welcome,
Uh,
welcome.
I am using my new microphone, so if there's any issues that pop up, please say so in the chat and let me know. Also, we are
Oh,
recording.
I will say it sounds good so far.
Awesome. I'm rocking my hat because my hair looked real bad. So
Hey, man, that's what you gotta do sometimes, right? You gotta. Hey, man, I
what
get it, dude. I
happened?
get it.
What happened is I took a nap when I got home,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, fuck your hair, bruh. It's not good. Uh,
Gotcha.
Uh,
Yeah.
for those watching live, we were playing a little Doom soundtrack there because I know you've been playing it, and I thought,
Yeah,
let's play
dude.
something that's got a fucking banging soundtrack. We'll play that shit.
Yeah, we'll get into that as soon as we get into the what have we done the past week type thing.
But yeah, we're gonna build a character in this stream. I think
Yes.
we're not gonna focus on stats or anything. I don't think we're gonna focus on just trying to think of backstories and shit like that. That's fun to do in character building.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I want to give you something, hopefully, that you can use in any game. Not just necessarily D&D. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like our focus for this episode. I know we did building a world a couple
Building
episodes ago.
worlds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
a lot of fucking fun, and we had so much fun doing that. We decided to
Yeah.
do building a character next.
That was 2 weeks ago, which is it's
Yeah.
like damn, 2
Oh,
weeks ago already.
did you
Yeah.
know that next month we will have been doing this for a year?
Uh, I think it's in May, right?
It's maybe it is in May. It's April or May. It's almost a year though, which is insane.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, "Yo, we started this like almost a year ago. We're almost there, and next week will be episode 30. So
Crazy.
we're getting these milestones, man. It's pretty. It's crazy stuff, dude.
And I'm amazed at like how quick we did it to the D&D like 1 year our D&D anniversary. We
Yeah,
do two shows and they have anniversaries in almost the exact same month.
yeah. That's
Or it is the
actually
same month.
yeah. That's something, man.
But yeah, man, what you been up to this past week? We'll just go ahead and move right along.
Man, I've watched and played a ton of shit, dude.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, I think it was last Sunday. I think
Mm-hmm.
I watched 2 movies on Netflix.
Oh damn.
I watched this one called So Above, So Below, which is like a horror type movie that I had another friend tell me about that I should watch. So check that out. That was interesting. It's on Netflix.
Interesting.
No, yeah, I mean not like a bad way. It's just like it's like it takes place in the catacombs of Paris. So
Oh,
if
I've
that
heard
tells you
about this.
anything,
I heard about this at work
yeah.
today. Somebody was
Oh,
talking
really?
about it. Yeah, somebody was talking about
Yeah.
it at work.
Yeah, I watched it. It was on Netflix. I checked it out, and it's yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking wild. So I checked that out, and then for a very long time, I've been wanting to watch this next movie, but I watched finally the Ballad of Buster Scruggs,
What'd you think?
uh, and I finally understand where the first time meme came from.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's from this. Yeah, no, I thought it
Yeah.
was pretty neat. I didn't know a whole lot going into it, so I didn't know that it'd go from like story to story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty neat.
Some of it's trippy.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one
yeah,
with
yeah.
Liam Neeson. Isn't he in one?
Yeah. He's in one.
That one made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is going on in this one, man? But
Yeah.
but they were all like, unique stories or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
they're really cool. It's really interesting. Props
Yeah,
for giving it a go, actually, making something like that. So a lot of shorts
yeah.
put together. I dig it.
So I watched that. Uh, I I played and beat. I started Doom on Monday and I beat it yesterday.
Did you now? Nice. Very
So
nice.
I went through it. I'm done with it. Dude, I had such a blast playing that game, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a fun game, man. Like just going around demon slaying and all kinds of cool, crazy shit, dude. It's fun, man.
Yeah, I hopped in it yesterday to test out the monitor because my monitor came at last
Yeah,
after weeks.
yeah,
And it's like, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. So
yeah. It's
I'm probably gonna play it some more because it's fun.
it's a fun ass game, dude. It was my first time playing it, and it was just a blast, man. I had such a good time with it. And then started Altered Carbon, and I finished it as well.
What'd you think?
That was interesting. I enjoyed it, man. There was a few episodes there where I was like, "Oh shit, I need to watch the next one right now," because that shit
Yeah.
was great.
What'd you think of
But
Anthony Mackie?
I
In
thought he was pretty good. I thought
I
he
thought he
was
was good too.
a different type of Kovacs, but it was he was good, man. It was I like this season. I like both season 1 and season 2. I don't know which one I like more at this point because I just finished season 2, but like I think they're both good. I like them both, man.
I dig the sleeve in season 2 and getting like magnetic guns on your fucking
That's pretty cool.
hands is
Yeah,
pretty dope.
yeah. I like the old the old Yakuza dude.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool.
That guy was great. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to go into spoilers for those of you who
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but it's great. You should check it out if you haven't already. I binged Castlevania
Oh my goodness.
because season 3 came out. So I started that, finished it because animated. They're like 20-minute episodes, so I got through that. That was also crazy. I don't.
I've seen nothing but good things about people talking about it.
Yeah, I think it's a little slower than season 2,
Mm,
and I think I prefer season 2 personally. But I think season 3 is still good.
I still need to see both.
Yeah, so that's good. And then yeah, I mean Clone Wars and Lego Masters, dude. That's the show that I mentioned last week that I've been watching.
Yeah.
Dude, it is fucking nuts what these people can create. And it's also a tragedy when they're like so last week or this past Wednesday's episode, they're tasked with like building like a city type scape type thing.
Hmm.
And dude, I could feel the heartbreak when fucking it was time to like present their things, right? So they have their like set like their like mocks on a little like movable table type thing. There was a pair of two guys that were moving their thing and it fucking broke halfway, dude. I was like, oh no, man. That's like hours of work lost, dude. I was like, I felt that shit, man. That's gotta suck, dude. But anyway, yeah, Lego Masters, it's like a reality TV type thing, but it's fun, man. You guys should check it out if you haven't.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the overlay for if we watch a video or something. Apologies.
All
Um,
good, all good. No, yeah, I was just,
uh,
it's yeah. So I've been watching a lot of stuff this past week. Lot of TV, a lot of some movies, and good
yeah.
stuff.
Let's see. What have I watched? I watched Detective Pikachu. We watched that,
Oh yeah, we sure did.
which I enjoyed.
That's a fun movie, man. It's such a fun
And
movie.
then I talked to somebody at work today, and he's like, "I hated that movie." I'm like, "What? That's a good movie. What do you mean you hated it?"
It's a fun movie, man. I don't know how you can hate it.
Last night I walked up to my parents before coming back home and to like do something I can't remember. And my dad was I was getting some leftover pizza because I ordered pizza yesterday.
Yeah.
Um, and they my dad had on Bumblebee, so I sat there and watched the end of Bumblebee. My dad has like become a person that watches movies without me,
Nice.
which is weird.
Oh, without you.
It's weird because I'm usually like, I used to be, I have to be like, Dad, let's watch this movie. Let's watch this movie. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
And now he's got to the point where he just watches stuff without me, which is cool. I'm glad he does. I'm glad he's out there watching movies, man. But because my dad's a guy that doesn't really or didn't really do that, but now he does.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember you like saying that he wasn't really like because I remember like, oh, he's like his favorite superhero movie is like Doctor Strange or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The old man loves Doctor Strange.
that's cool, man. That's
He
cool.
also really likes
Oh,
Ant-Man.
fucking Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, and the Bumblebee are all good movies.
Yeah.
I like all three of those. So
I think he's been watching some animated movies with my nephew. Like I think they watched Abominable. They watched something else. I can't remember what. I don't know why we're talking about my dad watching movies, but instead of me,
like what have you done in the past week? Oh, my dad's been watching
my
movies.
dad's been watching movies. We should get him on the show.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I think it's because I haven't really watched much. I played some stuff. I've been playing a lot of RimWorld, as you know.
Yes. Yeah.
The new monitor came yesterday, and I took the opportunity to clean my desk because Jesus Christ,
Dude,
it
no,
was
dude,
bad.
I gotta clean my desk like often because it's insane how much like dust and shit can accumulate.
Yeah, it is insane. But yeah, I've cleaned, I've organized. I got so much more. I got so much more space for activities now. So D&D will be
Yeah,
a
there
lot
you
of fun
go,
because I
man.
actually have room to roll dice more. um,
There you go, man.
so yeah, I hooked that up. Didn't take long. Tried out, but yeah, I've been playing a lot of RimWorld. I played Doom for a hot second. I hopped into Doom just to see, be like, oh, how's Doom look on this giant ass monitor I bought? Which is, by the way, this is probably the biggest monitor I've ever owned.
I saw
Um,
a picture of it. It's pretty wide, yeah.
yeah, it's a big one. I was like, is this gonna fit? Maggie messaged me and was like, did you knock out a wall to make that thing fit? So, uh, uh, but I hopped into Doom and I was just gonna run around a minute. I started killing shit and I ended up playing for like 30 minutes of Doom. That's like I didn't want to stop.
Nice.
Um,
Nice. It's a fun game. I was saying, man, it's fun stuff.
but yeah, I played a bunch of RimWorld lately, and it's all ended in failure. Just about like I feel like the game got harder, and I just either that or I just suck real bad, which is also perfectly possible. Um, I bought a new game called Broken Lines. Have you seen this game?
I've heard about it.
It's kind of XCOM-y, but like I only played it. I played it for like an hour the other day, and I haven't had a chance to hop back into it, but I want to. It's like you give your guys commands, but if they see a bad guy, the game will pause and let you change the commands. It's really neat. It's very kind of XCOM. It's set in like World War One or Two. Let me read the actual. I'll just read the actual thing for it.
Okay.
Broken Lines is a story-driven, turn-based tactical RPG set in an alternate history version of World War II. It's a game about a group of 8 soldiers who crash land behind enemy lines, and it's up to you to lead them home while fending off the enemy and helping them deal with the horrors of war. And
Well,
it's
that
really
sounds
cool.
interesting on itself.
It's it's really cool, and I really like the art. And you know what? Let me see if I can. I'll just show you a video of it because
Alternate history of U.S. or the World War II, huh?
yeah. And I was making up. I don't know why I started doing this, but while I was playing it, they have these like little I almost call them like comic strip things. It almost looks like where they'll pop up and they'll do lines of dialogue and talk.
Oh, like
Um,
the little like the text bubbles or something.
yeah, kind of like that. Let me see if I can find a good
Speech bubbles,
trailer.
whatever.
Here they have a launch trailer. I'll just
Okay.
pop that up for us. It's a good chance to test out the. Yeah, there we go. So this is Broken Lines, but they'll pop up and the characters. I really dig the art. They got like little. They almost look like they're out of a comic book. But they'll come up and they'll talk and it'll show them like up in the. Oh God, wait, maybe they'll show it in the trailer. Oh, that's right. They make camp, but I just got to that part. But I was
It looks
making.
pretty cool.
Yeah, like this. They'll pop up and talk kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
And I'll make voices for each one. So like I think they're all British, but in my game, like some of them are British and some of them aren't because I do really bad accents.
Yeah.
But
It's always fun, like when you're playing a game and there's the characters are talking, but they're not like speaking. Like there's just text, and you can make up their voice for them. It's
yeah,
fun, man.
it was fun because
That's always a good time.
I was doing the tutorial and the guy giving you the tutorial is like this disgraced lieutenant fellow. That's like an older dude. And I was like, oh, it'll be fun to play this fucking hard ass general yelling at these guys. So, and nobody around, nobody could see it. It's just me sitting here, and I'm sitting here screaming these lines of dialogue at the screen. It's really dumb, but it was, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
That's neat, man. That's cool.
I might play that on stream as some this week. I got some time off coming up after
Yeah, you
Monday,
should.
so.
It looks fun, man.
Uh,
Oh, speaking of stream, you streamed some, didn't you?
I did. I streamed a little bit of RimWorld, and it was terrible. It was terrible because
Oh,
not because the stream was bad, just the game was
the
hard.
game.
It was
Yeah,
kicking my ass, and when you're getting your ass kicked, it's not any fun.
yeah, for sure, man.
So that happened. But yeah, I did stream for a little bit. Not super long because I was just getting crushed. I was doing everything that could. You got kidnapped. Somebody came in and stole you off the map from me.
Damn.
And then like people
Nobody
got caught on
kidnaps
fire.
me, damn it.
some shit caught on fire and like it was bad. It was bad. I still love to play that game though. It's so much fun.
Oh, it's so bad, but I love it so much.
Even in your failures,
Oh man.
it's hilarious. So, and it's I think the whole point of RimWorld is to tell a story. So even if it's a horrible failing, everybody's dying story, still
Yeah.
gets told.
Mhm.
But yeah. What else have I played? I'm looking at Steam. Sorry. Let's see. I think that's really
Oh,
kind of it with those three. Yeah.
okay. I'll throw one last thing that I forgot to mention. I was gifted Overcooked 2 yesterday, and I was playing
Oh
that.
damn.
That is a blast, dude. I don't know if you've ever played those Overcooked games,
I
but
haven't, but I've watched them be played like a lot.
dude, they're fun as hell, man. They're such a good time, dude. It's hectic and wild as hell though, man. But it's fun, dude. Really, really fun.
Oh,
I had
yeah. Sorry, I remembered
no,
something.
I had such a blast playing it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I played some more Pokemon,
Oh,
which I
okay.
mentioned last week. I got to the second gym. That shows you how slow I'm playing. I just now got to the second gym, so I'm, I'm like
Ba-da-dum-bum,
I play every night
ba-da-dum-bum,
before I go to
ba-da-dum-bum.
sleep.
That's cool.
Which, by the way,
That's
don't
like
forget to set your clocks forward because this is fucking tomorrow will be the day,
it's your nat time.
and we'll go
Yeah.
forward an hour. Uh,
Can we just get rid of fucking daylight all in general? Like, fuck all that, dude. I'm over it, man. Like, fuck this time changing bullshit, dude. Let's fucking stop. Enough.
it's really gonna stink tomorrow because I got to go to work, so I lose an hour of sleep.
Yikes.
Um, in the morning. I think that's it. You want to move on to the news?
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get into the news. Let's do it, man.
Is there a bit of news this week, my friend?
Oh, there is. Yeah, I actually
Oh
got quite
hell
a
yeah!
few
Oh yeah!
for all three of our main
I know I got at
news
least
topics here.
one thing, and you may have it on your list. I don't know,
Okay, maybe
but you
we'll
go
see.
ahead and start us off.
All right, so really quickly, on Wednesday, actually, this past Wednesday, uh, it was officially the 20th birthday of the PlayStation 2, man.
Hell yeah!
Which, yeah, 20 years ago in Japan, the PS2 went on sale. Which that's crazy, man. I can't believe that shit.
Mm,
At the same time, I can, because it's been a while. But like,
we're old.
yeah, man, for real, dude. PS2, 20 years old, man. That's fucking wild, dude. And like PlayStation did like an unboxing of like a brand new one that they had somewhere,
That's cool.
and it was pretty neat. It was cool, man. They took some pretty cool pictures and whatnot. But yeah, shout out to the PS2. I think the PS2 is probably like my favorite, if not one of my favorite consoles of all time, still, because I had such a good time with the PS2.
Mm.
Uh, moving on from that, I don't know if you've played it yet, but the Final Fantasy VII remake demo is out.
I didn't, and I don't know if I want to.
I downloaded it, but I have not played it yet.
I want to try it. I want to try it so bad, but at the same time, it's like I kind of want to get it
I was
anyway. So
Yeah, I was thinking about playing it on stream just to like check, just to try it out for a little bit. But yeah,
yeah,
I haven't done it yet. I'll probably do that sometime this week, maybe
hell yeah.
Wednesday. I'll do that.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So that's out. Here's something that's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So as we know, Death Stranding is coming to PC, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's coming to June 2nd, and they put out a little video.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a bit of
Oh, I know what this is.
an interesting thing at the end there. So
Got it up.
yeah, so they have this little trailer, right? Which is very short. It's like 30 seconds. They're just pretty much just saying, Death Stranding coming to PC or whatever. They're just showing off the
Get
game,
your high frame rate in your photo mode.
getting you excited, be like, oh, pre-order the PC edition and get this and that or whatever. And then there's a little something at the end there, which we'll see here momentarily.
There it is.
There it is.
Get your head crab on.
So yeah, they're doing a fucking Half-Life crossover, which I'm like, what? So Yeah, Death Stranding's coming to PC, but they're doing a Half-Life cross. What the hell is this about? Like, I don't even.
I have no clue.
What?
I guess it's coming to Steam, huh? Yeah, I mean, duh, but
Yeah, but what the hell, dude? A fucking Half-Life crossover?
maybe Kojima's
That's
just a big
something,
fan.
man. Maybe, I guess, but and then as we know, they're coming out with a Half-Life VR game,
Yeah, did you see the thing for that?
which moving on to our next topic here is that
Yeah.
there's 10 minutes of gameplay available. So here's one of the videos. Uh Josh can, if
Yeah,
if he
I'm getting
wants
that
to,
up.
he'll probably just skim through it,
Yeah,
but
that's totally what's
we
gonna happen.
definitely not gonna watch all 10 minutes.
No way. What
You
I
guys
saw
should
bits
check
and
it out on your
pieces.
own.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
bits and pieces.
I actually haven't seen any of this yet.
Really?
No, I haven't seen any of it yet.
It gets crazy.
I'll have to check it out, but yeah, it's a VR game, Half-Life Alyx, I think is how you say that.
I have no idea.
But yeah, it's interesting. I know all the Half-Life people are losing their minds over
So
this
you're
shit.
you're not a Half-Life guy. You've never really played them?
No, I haven't.
I
I haven't
haven't
played any
either.
of them.
I haven't either. So it feels like almost like we're cheating in a
Yeah, it
way.
does. But I mean, look, it looks pretty neat for like a VR game. I'll say that. I don't know the whole story or anything at all about what's going on though, because again, I haven't played any of the other games. I have some of them on Steam because like there was like a Valve deal at one point or something, and I ended up getting some of the
I
games.
might
But
have them.
I don't even know where to start with these games though. There's like, okay, I have Half-Life 2, and then there's like Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. What is all this shit, dude? There's like all these like different. I don't even know where to start with this franchise, man.
I have no idea, man. I really don't. We need to
But
get
I
like
have,
a Half-Life expert.
yeah,
Anybody
seriously.
anybody in the
Does
chat or comments that know
anybody
Half-Life?
know anything about Half-Life? Because I don't know a damn thing about this
Same.
franchise. All I know is that there's 1 and 2, and there's like a bunch of different little episodes or whatever the fuck bonus stuff, and then there's everybody's been like
Hey, put the head.
crying about Half-Life 3 for the longest time, and now they're doing a VR game. So
Yeah, this looks really cool because like just fucking controlling all this shit. That's fucking dope. That's trippy. What the fuck?
I remember they showed the what was it? The the announced thing, or they showed something at like E3 or somewhere that looked pretty. It looked like where they showed off a bit like what you can control or what you can do or whatever. I don't know. It looked pretty cool. I mean, I personally don't have a VR, so like I won't be getting
I
this.
don't either, and I think Valve is selling their own, right? They have their own thing for this.
Are they?
I thought they did, and it's like $1,000, or it's like really
Yeah,
expensive.
I just I don't I can't. VR is not. I don't think at the point yet where I'm like I need to get one. You know?
No, no, and my biggest thing is like they're just too. It's too expensive. Like I'm gonna
Oh,
buy
for
a
sure.
thousand
That's
dollars for
yeah
like
yeah
a game that might not even be that good. I mean, this looks good, but I'm talking about all the other stuff. Like I'm
yeah
not gonna buy it for
yeah.
just because this looks great, even though it looks pretty dope. From what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few games that have intrigued me for VR wise, but yeah, I'm not like I'm not. It's not like I need. It's not like I need it. You know what I mean?
Not yet. I hope it gets.
So yeah.
If it's gonna keep going like this though, and I hope they really get the tech to make it cheaper, more
Oh,
or
I mean,
not
I'm
necessarily
sure
cheaper, but
eventually.
like more affordable.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point they'll make it like not only look better, but yeah, they'll make it more affordable too. So
I feel like PlayStation's on the right path to that for sure with their set.
yeah.
That's so cool though. I do dig the idea of like you're in real life and you're grabbing all this like you're making the movements, you're aiming and all that. That's pretty dope.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, again, it looks really cool, but like I don't know, man. Like just getting like if you don't have VR, and is this gonna be enough to make you want to get VR? You know?
I'm probably just gonna watch some streamers play it. I'll be honest. Um,
So this comes out March 23rd. So that's like really soon.
Yeah, at the end of the
That's
month,
like
man.
yeah, for those wondering.
Which it was announced not even really that long ago. So
Yeah, it was like it came out of nowhere type thing. They announced that this was coming, and yeah, I mean it's we're only like what? We're like two weeks and 2 days away. So
hmm
in case you're wondering about how long left at the time of this recording, if you're watching this later, yeah, 2 weeks and 2 days away.
then it's probably already out. If you're watching this way in the future, there's cheaper VR headsets, and we've played this game by now.
Maybe I don't know, man.
uh,
I don't know.
uh, but yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
I wish I knew more about Half Life. To be honest, the only thing I know
same.
about Half Life are the head crab dudes. That's it. That's all I know is those head crab dudes.
I literally don't know like anything about Half Life. That it would be like interesting to get to know more because I seriously don't know like anything at all, dude. Like
Yeah.
I only know like the Half-Life 3 memes and like, just I don't know anything about like the actual like story or anything at all. So
Yeah.
I
Same.
just know there's that one character. What is he from the first two games? What's his name?
The main character,
Uh,
Gordon. Isn't there a
Gordon
Gord?
Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize that guy. I recognize him as like the Half-Life dude, but I
Because they,
don't,
they put him on like the box and crowbars. They put him on like the cover with the crowbar or something.
Yeah, he's like on the orange box too, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Threw the clip at that thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm watching this video because I'm like I knew exactly what they were gonna do, and I was like I want to watch this happen. I threw it over the vent.
Oh, you figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably enough of the old Half Life though.
Yeah. That. We're fine with that.
That's a good little chunk we saw there. That's about half
Yeah.
of one of the videos.
So if you guys are interested in checking that out more, you can just like look it up on YouTube. There's 3 videos that amount up to 10 minutes total of gameplay. So check it out. And yeah. Moving on from that, continuing on to VR, Star Wars The High Republic is getting a VR game.
Oh yeah.
So we talked a little bit about the High Republic last week and what that was all about. But apparently they're gonna be doing a High Republic VR game. So again, we don't know a whole lot about this right now, other than it's something that's in the works, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's not a whole lot of information. But this is being reported by some pretty, I'd say reputable sources. So I'm not just like throwing shit out there. It'll be interesting. I know Star Wars is working on like a few different types of games. Um, so we'll see how they do with a High Republic VR game. I want them to do like a High Republic like RPG or something, man. I don't because we as we mentioned when we were talking about the Half-Life, we don't neither of us have VR, so we probably won't be able to try this. But I mean,
Yeah.
at the very least, I'll probably watch like a playthrough of it. Like, if you remember Vader Immortal, the VR game, I watched the playthrough of that, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, if I had a VR headset, I'd probably want like a pod racing game. To be honest,
Dude, that would be sick. I'd want to fucking like
you,
flight sim.
and like shit'll break, and you gotta fucking reach up there and fix it, like while you're trying to drive. Fucking dope.
Yeah, have you ever played like this Star Wars arcade game called Star Wars Battle Pod? It's like one of those like things you go at like an arcade or like a
In the
Dave and
mall.
Buster type thing or
Yeah.
whatever, like one of those.
No, I've never really.
Oh
Ever
my
I don't
god,
think I've ever
dude!
even seen one, to be honest.
Star Wars Battle Pod. If you guys haven't seen it, that thing is a fucking a blast, man. I would love to have, but anyway, I bring that up though because I love to have something like that in VR because that is some fun ass shit right there. Basically, it's like one of those things where you sit down there, you got the little the flight stick and the controls and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
you fly a ship or a vehicle around, Like you can like the one that I played was the Battle of Yavin, where you have to blow up the Death Star or whatever. You flying through the trenches and shit. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. There's so much potential there. But
Yeah.
Daniel, we can play more Battlefront. We can play all the Battlefront
Oh
we
man.
ever want. I feel like that
Listen,
joke's not fair anymore though. Cuz
yeah,
we got
well,
we got Fallen Order.
first of all, yeah, yeah. You're right though. You're right. But yeah, I mean, Battlefront. First of all, Battlefront not only has gotten better than it was when it first came out, but yeah, we have Fallen Order now, and they're working on a sequel to Fallen Order. And this is a perfect segue because
Hey.
our next topic or our next bit of news here is that there's a Star Wars game called Project Maverick, which has shown up all of a sudden out of nowhere on the European PSN. Uh,
Mhm.
so this is confirmed by Kotaku that this is the little side game project that I believe EA Motive. Uh, I think it's EA Motive. Is it? Let me double check real quick before I just speak out of nothing. Yeah, it's a little side project game that EA Motive is working on. So we don't know anything about this game. There's an image for it out. It's a little thing that says Project Maverick, and it's just a Star Destroyer with some X-wings.
God, accidentally closed
So
chat. Sorry, chat.
I imagine that this is like maybe like a flight sim type thing. But
It's a Top Gun crossover.
I mean, shit, wouldn't that be crazy? But
It's
yeah, it's
gonna
just called.
it's gonna start with Star Wars music and then go into na 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 na. No, I'm kidding. I'm making really bad jokes today, guys. I'm sorry.
And then you're gonna hear Danger Zone out of nowhere.
Ah,
Highway
yes.
to the
I'd totally play that.
But yeah, it's called Project Maverick, and again, there's not a whole lot of information out right now, other than there's an image. Apparently, it's up on the European PSN somewhere, and Jason Schreier from Kotaku confirmed that this was the unusual, the smaller project that EA Motive is working on. So that's it's very interesting. They're working on a few Star Wars games, which about time, dude. Like,
Yeah.
where was this shit years ago? Because again, Josh and I make the joke of like we've only had Battlefronts like for the past like what almost 10 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, man. Like, where's all this shit at? So finally, it's good to hear that they're working on stuff that's not hopefully going to be canceled. Because the heartbreak with canceled Star Wars games has been too much.
Now all I want is like go back to Respawn, who did Titanfall, and give me Republic Commando 2. Cause that would be
That
dope.
actually would be pretty neat.
And then let me make it co-op with up to 4 people, man. Cause that would be dope. That's all I want. Although this could be interesting too. I mean, it's got to be a flight game, and
yeah,
we haven't had a good Star Wars flying game in a hot minute. So
in a very long time, dude. In a very long. You know what's interesting? We talk about Battlefront 2. The fucking Starfighter assault in that game was fun, dude. Why didn't they make like a spin-off game off of that, dude?
I don't know.
People love that shit, dude, and they haven't added any new content to that in like forever. Because all the new stuff that they've added to the game has been like trooper stuff or hero stuff. They haven't added anything as far as
maybe it's just not popular. Maybe they're looking at statistics and like, man, we're better off to make stuff for this instead of that.
I mean, I guess, but at the same time, I feel like there's like a fervor for like people wanting like a new like flight sim, another ship game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. I mean, I fucking play. You know me, I play anything, but I would definitely.
like
I'm not huge into flying games, but I totally play Star Wars. Like those are some of my favorite memories as a kid.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking, you're in a fucking snow speeder wrapping up a fucking camel.
Yeah, dude. Like fucking Rogue Squadron, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like fucking Rogue Squadron, dude. Like just shit. I bet if they did like a remaster of those games, people would fucking buy the shit out of them.
I don't know. I don't know why they don't. I say this about everything that's ever have like. Just somebody write a book and tell me why. I want to know why. I would read it. I want to know why it's not happening.
I don't know, man. they need to do an updated version of that old Lucas Arts book where they talk about all the canceled games.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and move on from that. Halo Combat Evolved is now available. Apparently it was having some issues. Maybe I don't know,
Was it?
but
I haven't heard anything about it really. Other
but
than I
Halo,
saw it was
the
out.
original, the
Yeah.
OG Halo is out on Steam now with the Master Chief Collection or whatever. I was thinking about getting it just because I like the first few Halo games, but then after that, I'm like, I don't really care about Halo. I mean, I've never really been an Xbox guy anyway to begin with,
Yeah.
and I know Josh doesn't really care about Halo either.
I might give it a chance now that it's on
But I,
PC.
yeah, but I like the first few, like like 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that I like remember really. Um, After that, Halo loses me, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I want to get these games, but I'm probably gonna wait until some of these issues with them are kind of over with, and then might as well just wait until they're all released because the anniversary collection has like everything, but once you buy it, you don't get to just download all of them. They're like releasing them like you know
Episodes or DLC.
sporadically or whatever. Yeah, like they did Reach as the first one, and then they just came out with Combat Evolved. So I don't know. We'll see when the next
That's
one comes
weird.
out.
Did you ever watch Red versus Blue?
I did not. It's something that people have always they always bring up and mention and whatever that they've seen. I've never seen Red versus Blue.
I did watch, even though I wasn't a Halo guy, I watched Red versus Blue because that shit was hilarious.
I'll probably check it out eventually, but I just never seen it.
Yeah, you should. You'll get a. I think you'll get a laugh out of it if anything.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I got a few two little quick videos here. This one is just because the ridiculousness of it, but
All
here,
right.
this video right here. It's has to do with Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
Call
which
of
I
Duty.
which is actually another game that I started playing a little bit
Oh,
more of again.
I heard about this.
So they added a Tamagotchi as a little watch thing.
Man,
Which yeah, like, how ridiculous is this?
for the same reason I want people to write books, I want people to write a book about why did we make this decision? Just
So yeah, like let's add a fucking Tamagotchi watch to Call of Duty. I don't know, dude. I really don't know. So the reason why the only reason why I don't have one of these is you actually have to pay for one of these, and I'm like, I'm not doing that shit.
wait, like really?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, that's so weird. That's so
It is.
weird.
I they have like they have like these things that you can get or whatever in the game, but they're like cosmetics basically. But
I want to be in that meeting. All right, guys, I got an idea for our next little DLC deal. Tamagotchi, follow me here.
Tamagotchi watch, let's do it.
I
And the
don't
funny thing is, like,
know.
they kind of like Tamagunchi was what they call it. So they're like, it's like very very clearly like
Yeah, like yeah.
funny. It's funny. But anyway,
I'm just curious as to why. Who thought of this and why did it get approved? It's so weird.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but there it is.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagunchi with the fake company Rothwin. But anyway, for the last little bit of gaming news that I have here, they released the story trailer for my most anticipated game of the year.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be in there and we'll be watching it here.
Damn
Dude,
right.
I cannot fucking wait for this game.
I'm
I
so
need
excited.
it right now, dude. I wish I could play this game right now.
I actually haven't watched this video yet.
I cannot wait, dude. I need this game. I want it so bad. It comes out in June, but dude, this like solidifies like it already was my most anticipated game, but it really is now.
This will probably be the last big thing on the PS4, huh?
It will be, yeah. It's like one of the last few like big releases on the PS4.
The last samurai, one could say. Oh, that was lame.
Yeah, man, this game looks fucking awesome, dude. I cannot wait.
Ah, man, I like that shot of all the fucking.
Just look, I mean, yeah, look at these shots, man. Like, oh my god, dude. It's such a beautiful looking game too, man.
I love samurai armor. It looks so cool.
I can't wait for this game, dude.
Oh my goodness, that looks so dope.
It looks absolutely dope. So
Like a
beautiful.
fucking D-Day landing.
Yeah, dude. Look at these shots, man. Dude, incredible, man. Fucking incredible. Yeah, I just every time I see more things about this game, I just get more and more hype about it. God, Sucker Punch, you guys are killing it, man. I man, seriously cannot wait.
That guy's got a big nose.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like D&D. You got all types of
That's true.
characters and peoples,
I noticed it, which is kind of the point of having big features.
Yeah. But I mean, look at this, dude. God damn. I seriously just June. June. Going into the year, this is my most anticipated game, and now that we're in it, still is. I just give it to me now.
It's actually
Give
coming
it to me now.
sooner than I thought it would. Like a month or two sooner than I thought it would.
Oh, really? What did you think it was gonna be like a PS5 title or no?
Or no, I just thought it was gonna be like, I don't know. I just thought they were gonna work on it long. That sounds. They've been working on it forever. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, it just felt like they were gonna get it ready for holidays. But with the PS5 and all that coming out, it makes sense that it comes out in June.
They announced this at E3 like years ago, man.
Yeah, I know.
They would always talk about it, but they would never announce a release date or anything. They'd just be like, "Check out this game. It's coming out eventually."
And what else? Does anything else come out in June, or is this like the big one?
In June, I'm not sure actually.
Well, technically, it's the end of June, but
we did our most anticipated games of the year show.
I've done forgot about that. All that
a while back. If you guys want to check that out, but yeah, I don't off the top of my head, I don't remember.
I feel like this is the reason that it's got like no competition. I think so. It's gonna make all the money.
Actually, you know why I don't remember is because I remember I now remember that in the summer there was like nothing.
There's nothing because almost nothing ever comes out in the summertime. Because everybody's going outside. Apparently, yeah. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea, but
yeah, other than like Death Stranding coming to PC, but that's a game that's already been released.
I wonder how long this game's gonna be. Is it? I hope it's long.
Same, dude.
I hope it takes up all my summer.
All my summer.
All my summer. Yeah.
Okay.
You got anything else, or I'm fucking hyped for this. Is all I can say. So.
No, I mean, me too, dude. Like I just can't wait for that game.
It's hard to elaborate on something when you're like, I'm just fucking hyped for it and I want it now.
I just love the way it looks. I love the character that we're gonna be playing as. I love the setting that we're in.
Oh, the collector's edition. Did you see the collector's edition? We could talk about the editions.
I did, yeah. I did see it. I'm too broke for that, but if I could, I'd probably get it because that looks incredible, man.
Let's look at their blog here.
Alrighty.
Let's pull that up. I'll pull it up. So yeah, here you go. There you go, chat and comments. Boop, 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 boop. There's the which one is that one? That's the digital deluxe edition, which will be $69.99. This all says $69.99. They got a few different. They have two different physical editions here. I should just read this.
There's always like a bunch of different pre-order.
The first is our special edition, which includes a steelbook, which looks dope. By the way, it's right there. There's that fucking steelbook.
Steelbooks are always sick looking, man.
Comes for a voucher for an in-game mask and a sword skin, and some charms, which is like some in-game stuff. Ooh, director's commentary. That'd be dope. Digital art book. But here's the big one, the big daddy. Is that collector's edition right there? Look at that. We'll get the picture open.
Look at that.
Oh man, that looks dope. You get your cloth map of the island of Tsushima.
Look at that mask.
You do get the steelbook with it. You get a war banner, which I think are dope. Same. You get the Sakai mask handstand for it. You get a 48-page mini art book.
So cool.
You get a wrapping cloth, the furoshiki. I have no idea. I'm butchering these words, but I'm gonna try to say them at least. Um, um, you also get the skins and in game stuff. How much does this cost again? This is $169.99.
There you go.
To be honest with you, I feel like it's on the cheaper end of the big collector's editions that come out nowadays, but it's still pretty expensive.
Yeah, I if I can't get it, but if I could, I would. I'll tell you that much.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So if you're interested in those, go order them. I imagine these will be sold out eventually, pretty quick. So.
Especially that like collector's edition.
I'm tempted to get it. I'm tempted to get it, but man, that's expensive.
It is. But I mean, I think all the stuff that you're getting is pretty fucking cool. Considering the game is like $60 alone, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're getting all that other shit with it, like, you know, not too bad. But anyway, that's all I got for gaming.
I got a few things.
All right, go for it.
There was a Command & Conquer remaster update the other day. And I would play the video on it, but it's like 15 minutes. It's 17 minutes long where he's sitting there just talking. So I'm not going to play that. I'm going to read just what he said, some of the transcripts of it. Fellow Command & Conquer fans. I'm a Command & Conquer fan, and that's why we talk about this whenever I see an update for it, because I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I like Command & Conquer too, man.
Yeah. Fellow Command & Conquer fans, ever since we announced this project in late 2018, one of the biggest questions has been how we're going to approach the FMV cinematics, the full motion videos. Today, we are finally ready to describe this approach, but there's actually quite a story to tell about our FMV journey over the past year. So this time, instead of a written post, he's put together the above video to tell the story. So basically, I'm going to link the video for anybody that wants to watch it in L chat. Whoops. I hit a button when I posted it. Yeah, added a period when I shouldn't have. So basically, they were able to find a bunch of the old footage. Or some, like, they found, let me find, like, the exact, I think there's an article on this now. That can probably summarize it better than I can off the cuff. Boop, 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 boop. Here we go. I found the article from Polygon. This will probably explain it.
Polygon.
The developers of Command & Conquer Remaster face an unusual challenge in a work that's supposed to polish up the player's 25-year-old experiences and memories as opposed to remaking them. And that's what to do about full motion video for which the strategy series is so well remembered. Simply upscaling the video isn't going to work, as even by the standards of the day, it was rather pixelated at a standard viewing size. And plus, it plays at 15 frames per second. So Jim Pizzella, the remaster's creative director, did his damnedest to find the original masters of the games from 1995 forward. The process, which takes up the first half of the video above, is an interesting piece of archeo gaming for those interested in historical preservation. But this tale does not turn out how you might expect. Suffice to say, EA Redwood Studios does have a plan for presenting the original FMV, and it's one that the community made a significant contribution to. And for those looking for new features or contents in Command & Conquer Remastered, they are happy to share that this edition will bring to the PC the video clips that had been exclusive to console versions. Quoting, "We've structured the expansion missions very similar to the console, where you can actually go through that story and experience those cinematics." That's not the only extra video coming out of this process either. They also found old Betamax masters of B-roll and behind-the-scenes footage for Tiberian Dawn and others. This footage, 4 hours in all, will be released with the Command & Conquer Remaster as a bonus gallery feature. Every mission players complete will unlock a clip from that archive. So they watch the video, because reading it is so lame compared to what he shows in the video, because he literally went down to one of the studios where they have the tapes from Westwood Studios, the same old ass tapes, like the old Betamax tapes and all those old ass tapes, in a fucking filing cabinet. And it's so interesting to see how they store that shit. And like, he opens it up and it's all like marked and read about what it is, and it's just really cool. So I advise everybody to go check out that video if you have 15 minutes to kill and are even just a little tiny bit interested in Command and Conquer. It's really interested, and I'm actually really excited for this B-roll and behind the scenes footage because I think that's going to be pretty dope. Because like I was always curious to how they did those. Because I mean, I
Yeah.
grew up on Command and Conquer. It was like the first game I ever fucking played that I can remember playing. Really, was playing those games and pretty dope.
So while you were reading that, I was actually like skimming through the video and I was looking at the like original and remastered footage, like side by side and ever. It's pretty good, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
pretty massive
considering.
upgrade.
Uh,
Yeah,
and I remember them being fucking grainy and pixelated even when I played them as a little kid.
yeah.
So
And then he pulls out the big ass fucking like tapes and shit. Yeah,
yeah, they're like gigantic, right? I'm like, wow.
yeah, they're massive. Yeah,
If you want to look at a piece of history,
check it out. Yeah,
definitely.
it's like a 16-minute video. So yeah,
What else is there? I think that might be all I had. I'll always mention Command and Conquer because I love it. um. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? I think that's it. I think that's it for video games.
okay.
Unless something grabs me within this next page. Nope. You want to move on to TV news? That's what we
Let's
do here.
go. So, there's been some rumors going around for Mandalorian season 2, and
Mm-hmm.
by that, directing wise, there's rumors floating around that Peyton Reed, director of Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp, might do an episode or two of the Mandalorian season 2.
That'll be cool.
And also that Taika Waititi would return for this second season.
Hell yes.
But as I say this, they already wrapped filming. So Gina Carano put something up on her Instagram, like a video, or not a video, an image with a little message. So she said, "That's a wrap on season 2. I absolutely love this work and the people in it. Hashtag storytelling. Hashtag the Mandalorian." So it's just a picture. It's just a black and white picture of her, with her in costume with her big ass fucking ginormous gun on her back,
Hell yeah.
and yeah. So they're wrap filming already, which is pretty damn awesome. I can't wait for October for that.
Yeah. And I'm always amazed at how quick they finish the filming stuff and then they have to go in and do all the special
Well, yeah,
effects and
they got
shit.
to do all the post production now.
Yeah.
All,
I guess
all
I always I just it just always surprises me. It's like, yeah, we're finished now. I'm like, really? I thought you'd still be filming stuff, but man,
well, I mean, it also gives them time, like if they need to do like
reshoots and
pickups or
stuff too.
reshoots or whatever,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
But yeah, it's time. But now they get to work on CG and all that other stuff. Um, let's see. Moving on from that,
Hell yeah.
Mark Ruffalo has teased an appearance on the She-Hulk, which this seems like an obvious thing.
Mm-hmm.
That the Hulk would show up in She-Hulk. Um, but I guess it's just cool to like hear Mark Ruffalo being like, yeah, I'll show up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, we still don't know who She-Hulk is. They haven't cast her yet, or at least they haven't announced who they cast yet. Um, but yeah, so he was talking about it during the C2E2 convention in Chicago. Um, and he pretty much was just like he pretty much just said that he might make an appearance in the 2022 She-Hulk show on Disney Plus. Which is, yeah, it's still 2 years away. We don't know who they've cast yet, or if they did already cast somebody, we don't know who it is officially publicly. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's still 2 years away.
Who would you cast?
I don't know, man. That's actually a good question. Like, I heard people talking about like not even like for She-Hulk, but um, like, do you remember You remember the Incredible Hulk movie that had fucking Ed Norton and
Yeah,
they're like, would you bring back Abomination and what's her name? Shit. Uh Thunderbolt Ross's daughter, fucking
Betty. Isn't it Betty?
yeah,
Is it
Betty
Betty?
Betty Ross, yeah, yeah. Who was played by shit.
I don't remember who she was played by in that movie.
She's also in Lord of the Rings. Tyler, her last name is Tyler.
Oh, Liv
Steven
Tyler.
Tyler, Liv Tyler. There you go.
Dude,
Played by Liv Tyler.
it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they're like, do you bring them back for this too, or like, because obviously they didn't bring back Ed Norton. They replaced him with Mark Ruffalo, but they did bring back Thunderbolt Ross in Civil War, and I think it was Infinity War or Endgame or one of those. So they brought him back, but they obviously didn't bring back her.
I'd bring back Abomination. I don't know if I'd bring back Betty.
Abomination would be cool, and I feel like you don't even have to use the same actor. You could just bring back Abomination and make him like somebody else, you know?
Yeah, you could do that. Just because I
And yeah,
liked Abomination.
yeah, Abomination would be fucking cool to see again. And they didn't kill him, right? They captured his ass,
It's
right?
been
They
so
didn't.
long since I've seen it. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, so Abomination's out there, and then also the scientist dude, the leader, who's supposed to turn into the leader. That's another guy you could explore as well. Um. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Mark Ruffalo teasing that he'll be in She-Hulk, which I think makes sense. You know, you have the Hulk and She-Hulk. Um. Let's see. William Shatner refuses to continue to reprise his role as Captain Kirk. He says the character is played out. Uh, so in an age where like everybody wants to come back and replay or reprise their roles of Shatner's like, nah, man, Kirk is played out. I ain't coming back.
I mean, fair.
I think it's just funny as hell, man, that everybody's like so quick to come back as their old characters, and this guy's like, nah, man, I'm done. Fuck that. uh
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, it's like he says I don't do cameos, and because apparently he was supposed to do one for JJ back in the 2008 movie, but he obviously was like I ain't doing that, so he doesn't do cameos. Kirk's story is played out, and that's it. He's like I did my dues. I paid my time. I served my time as this guy, so no more. So that I just thought that was funny. A little bit of Stranger Things news. Brett Gelman, the journalist conspiracy theorist guy from Stranger Things. The actor for him has been updated to a series regular,
Good.
which means he'll have more screen time in this next season. And I always think he was a pretty good character, especially last season. I thought he was pretty great. So that's fun. Uh, we have some Lord of the Rings Amazon news. Is that Maxim Baldry has been cast as a lead in the show. And this is another guy that I'm not familiar with, but he's a British actor. He's in something called Years and Years, which again I don't know what that is either. But I think it's. I know we mentioned this before, but I think it's a good thing to cast these like unknowns in in these like in this show because it's not like you're gonna recognize this dude from that. Although they did cast what's his name, Benjen from Game of Thrones, but like he's I think we'll be fine with him, right? Like they could just as easily like make him an orc or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Lord of the Rings casting news. They got another lead. Apparently he wasn't in the original casting announcement back in January because they hadn't like completely finished negotiating his deal or whatever. But now he's on board, so they got him. And then here's something that I thought was pretty interesting. In the way that I didn't expect them to actually do this, but Beauty and the their Disney Plus is making a Beauty and the Beast prequel series. Josh Gad and Luke Evans will reprise their roles from the 2017 movie.
Okay,
Um,
that's a
so I
thing.
like, yeah, that's a thing. I didn't know we needed a origin story for Gaston and LeFou, but yeah,
I still haven't
it's
seen that movie.
I like it. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was neat for what it was. But I don't know if we need I don't know if we need this, but then again, it could be good, so you never know. But they're doing it. It's in the works. Disney Plus, Beauty and the Beast prequel. Uh, and then the final bit of TV news I have here is probably the one that a lot of people were excited about.
It's a big one.
Is that the Last of Us series is in development at HBO from the creator of Chernobyl. Um, so Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin is attached to write and executive produce the series along with Neil Druckmann, who is the writer and the creative director of the game. Um, so I think this is gonna be a winning combo. You have the creator, the creative director, and the writer of the game with the dude who did Chernobyl, which a lot of people definitely loved, or I don't know if loved is the right word for that show, but like they really like it was a critically acclaimed show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you combine those two together to make a Last of Us series at HBO. I think it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be very curious to see who they cast as Joel and Ellie. Um, but I think this is gonna be cool because originally they wanted The Last of Us to be a movie.
Yeah,
Like for years, they've been wanting this to be a movie, but they never cracked the code, and they like fuck it, we're gonna turn it into a TV show. So
I'll be
I
honest with
actually
you.
think
I think TV show's the way to go.
I was gonna say I actually think for most video game stuff, I think it's better to do it as TV shows because video games are so long
Mm-hmm.
that if you try to compact it into 2 hour, 2.5 hour movie, it won't work as well. But with the TV show, you have more time. So I feel like this definitely this is definitely some good news. So I'm very curious to see what they do with this.
Yeah.
And again, they haven't cast anybody yet, so that'll be interesting to see who they do cast. There's been a lot of fan castings out there where they're like, "Oh, get Jamie Lannister as Joel," and you know whatever. But
It's fun
yeah,
the fan
we'll see.
cast stuff, but I am
Yeah,
genuinely curious to who they'll get for those roles. I still need to play the game all the way through the first one before the second
yeah, dude, you
one.
gotta play it, man. You gotta play it, dude. It's not even that long of a game, actually.
Yeah, I
But yeah, definitely get through it when you can, man. It's
suck
great.
really bad at shooting on consoles. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that they're taking that step, and I hope they inspire others to take that step. And I hope it's a massive hit because that is much beloved. And if you fuck it up, you gonna know about it.
Yeah,
But I don't think they will, to be honest. I think they're very smart in how they're doing it and who's involved with it. So
yeah. And then the other thing I have is a little trailer for Ozark season 3. I don't know if you watched.
I have watched Ozark, so I've caught up. I have not
All
seen the
right, well
trailer.
here's a trailer for season 3, which is coming out March 27th. So at the end of this month, we're like 3 weeks away.
Ah, my YouTube's being really slow. Oh god, hang on, flop over.
Yeah,
There we go.
Ozark is a good show for those of you who haven't seen it. I would recommend it if you haven't checked it out. Pretty nuts.
Yeah, Ozarks is really cool. What the fuck? Yeah, definitely check it out. For me, it was like one of those shows that's like, you know what, I'm gonna try this, and then it was
Mhm.
like, oh, I can't stop till I've watched both seasons. So,
For me, it
uh,
was one of those things that I had heard people talk about, so I'm like, "Oh, I'll give it a shot," and I checked it out, and yeah, it's good, man. It's definitely a good show. Um,
oh, we're getting a casino up in this bitch. That's gonna be dope.
so it's kind of like a lot of people kind of relate this to like Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
like when they think of the show. Um, but I don't know, just it's pretty good. Just I would recommend it if you're into like watching this type of these types of shows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
because it's good stuff.
Sorry, I'm just kind of soaked up in watching this trailer. I'm really excited for this because I really like Ozark. So
Yeah, like I said, we're 3 weeks away from this, so we're got a little bit of time to go, but at the same time, it's coming soon.
that motherfucker got thrown off a boat.
Netflix is just like I say I know I mentioned this a lot, but Netflix just dude they bust out like a new season of one of their shows like every week, dude. It's
It
fucking
feels like it, that's for sure.
it's crazy, dude. Like, yeah, Altered Carbon, I already watched that. Castlevania, I already watched that. Like, fucking, what's next, man? They're pumping out all kinds of shit.
Ozarks. That's such a nice house. I want that house.
Ozark season 3.
Take the money.
Take the money.
Take the money. Hell yeah, that's dope. I'm excited.
Yes. So yeah, that's coming at the end of the month, and that's all I got for TV though.
Do 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 do. I don't think I have anything.
We can just move on to movie news. That's fine.
Yeah, let's move right along.
All right, so moving on to the movie news. Antonio Banderas joins Tom Holland in the Uncharted movie. So I based off of this, you know what this tells me?
Villain.
He's the bad guy.
Damn right.
Yep, Antonio Banderas is probably gonna be the bad guy in this movie.
It makes
But yeah,
sense. He's like the suave baddie.
yeah, but he joins Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg in the Sony Uncharted adaptation, which I do not like Mark Wahlberg as Sully, dude. Like, no, man. I just don't see it, man. Like I guess if they're like younger, but oh god, dude, I do not like the choice of Mark Wahlberg as Sully. And Tom Holland, I could see him working as a younger uh fucking Nathan Drake, but dude, ugh, I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see, dude. I don't.
I never played any of the games, so
Yeah, well, yeah. I've played all four of them, and like I just seeing like haven't played them, and then like looking at this stuff doesn't really. I don't know. We'll see, man. I have to wait for a trailer and stuff, but based off of everything that we know so far, I just
yeah.
even the director is Ruben Fleischer, who did Venom, and Venom isn't the greatest movie either. So,
Yeah.
which is not to say that Tom Hardy wasn't good in that, but the movie itself just wasn't the best. Anyway, uh, Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick, which we were talking about earlier briefly, is pushed up its release date by 2 days, so it's moving up to June 24th, giving it a Wednesday start. So instead of opening on Friday, it'll open up on Wednesday. Um, so that's pretty cool. And then speaking of pushing movies, No Time to Die, the James Bond 007 movie, is being pushed from April to November. So this one's being pushed.
So you're saying we got some time to live.
Yeah, we do have some time to live because in November there'll be No Time to Die.
Mm-hmm. It's so weird. I tried
It
to
is,
make a really bad joke. Sorry.
but technically the Bond movies usually come out in November anyway. So
Yeah.
there's been like rumors like there's been talk of like they're pushing it to November because of the coronavirus or whatever. But like fucking Bond movies are usually known for opening up in around November. So I think this move makes sense for them.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one.
More
You have to
time
wait
to
longer. You
cook.
have to wait longer for the movie now, but now is anything opening up in April that's good now because this is pushing back to November? That's my question.
What's coming
We
out in
we
April?
we did a movie 2020 uh we things that were movies that we're looking forward to in 2020 this year show. If you guys want to see that, check that out. But obviously there's movies that are jumping around everywhere, so that's going to
Yeah,
be a little
now.
outdated. But
Uh,
I don't think there's like anything like the New Mutants, but like who the fuck is really like excited about that at this point?
actually, it doesn't look like anything. Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
April's kind of like a dead month now. I mean, Peter Rabbit 2 is gonna take the fucking cake or what? Trolls World Tour. I mean, those kid movies make a lot of money, dude. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't really see anything that's like
Mm-mm.
That's like the premiere movie of April now.
I'm not
April
even
3rd.
really interested in the New Mutants either.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of like great. There's not a whole lot of good stuff coming out in April now.
Mulan comes out at the very end of March. I guess they can
You know,
kind of roll in there.
you know what I could see happening though. You know how Black Widow comes out on May 1st.
Oh yeah,
Since No Time to Die moved out of April, I could see Black Widow jumping into April now.
push it up. Yeah,
Because remember how they bumped up Endgame and Infinity War from May to April as well.
you have pretty
I
much
could,
no competition in
yeah,
April.
I could see them doing that with Black Widow. You bump that up to April, and you have more time being the king,
Whereas in May,
or
you
the
have to
queen,
fight the
whatever.
SpongeBob movie.
Yeah,
So
you got to fight Furious 9, Fast and the Furious 9, and the SpongeBob movie.
also the Green Knight at the very end, which I'm interested
So
in.
so if I were Marvel, I'd bump up Black Widow into April.
And Legally Blonde 3, I mean, God, it doesn't stand a chance.
Right? Yeah, Legally Blonde 3 a week later. Oh shit, dude.
Jesus.
No way. Oh, then you got
Scoob.
Scoob after that. Yeah.
There's a
No
lot of
way,
kids
dude.
movies in there, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, if I were Marvel, I'd bump that up. But yeah, because April's looking pretty dead right now.
Yeah. Take it.
Um,
Run opposed. Unopposed.
let's see. What else do we have here? All right. One of the last few things. Tessa Thompson confirms that Christian Bale is playing the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder. So she was being interviewed by Entertainment Tonight, I believe. And yeah, she pretty much confirmed that Christian Bale is going to play the villain. She's read the script. Obviously she can't say much, but it's exciting. But she's excited about the stuff that's happening between her and Natalie Portman. Taika's writing and directing. Familiar faces. You're gonna see some familiar faces, some new people coming into the mix. They're gonna have some fun, obviously. And yeah.
Pretty cool.
So that'll be awesome. Yeah. So Christian Bale, yeah, he'd been rumored to be in this movie, but now he's confirmed now. So
I love this comment on Reddit about it. I'll assume he'll need to gain 300 pounds in 3 months and lose it 6 days before filming.
Dude, it's crazy because he literally transforms himself.
It's crazy. I wonder what actual villain, like what character is he? Have they said? They haven't said.
No, they haven't. No, we'll have to wait and see, but they haven't. They actually haven't said at all. But
you think he's just a human, or
I don't
think
know,
he's something else?
Because do you remember when like Carl Urban was cast in Ragnarok? I'm like, who the hell is he gonna be? You know, and
Yeah,
just the guy he was. But yeah, I don't know.
Just the guy he was. How dare you?
Just
How
the guy he was.
dare you?
He's the fucking the what does he call him? The Des and Troy guy. You know, to put them together to destroy. He's that guy, dude. You know. But yeah, no, I'm very intrigued and very curious to see what's gonna happen with this movie. I'm super looking forward to it. And what else was I gonna say? Fuck, I was gonna say something else, and I just totally blacked out while we were making these stupid jokes. I don't fucking know. Man,
maybe we shouldn't joke as much. We forget shit every time.
I totally forgot. I'm sorry, everybody. Anyway, I just have one last thing here for movie news, and it really isn't movie news. It's just Mr. Sunday Movies recreated the Rise of Skywalker final battle in 16-bit, and it looks pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, which there's a little video if you want to play it. I just thought it was pretty neat. Regardless of how you feel about the movie, this 16-bit little recreation here looks pretty neat.
Ooh,
I have to say.
This is long.
Yeah, I mean that don't play the whole thing. You just skim through it. You know.
I didn't realize it was 10 minutes. No, that's a lot of work. Is what I mean. Like 10 minutes of just jeez.
Well, like 6 of those minutes are the actual thing, and then the other 4 are like the how you made it and stuff like that.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, regardless of how you feel about the movie, the way that he made this look is pretty cool. It looks like the old like Super Star Wars games. You know what I mean?
I love this shit. People do not understand how much I love fucking bit art. It's so cool.
Yeah, it just I love 8-bit, 16-bit art too. It's fucking awesome. So yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't seen The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, fucking leave now if you haven't seen it. But
yeah,
if you're watching our show, odds are you've seen it.
Yeah, you probably have already seen it.
Ow.
Yeah, Al when he fucking hits himself. It's funny that people always mention that's like his last
Line.
word in the movie, dude. That's so
Yeah.
funny, dude. Ow.
Pew, 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 pew. There's a
Ah.
fucking snow cloud in the back.
Oh yeah, the snow tank. Yeah, yeah, it's cool, man. I like how they do this stuff, man. Like how they just it's all the talent to make this shit happen, man.
I feel like
Fucking
this would be fucking hard to do. The big group fight would be fucking
the group
hard.
fight. Yeah, man. Look at that. Well, bam.
Gotta do the shrug. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I add sound effects because it's silly.
The fucking shrug. Yeah. I have to say though, watching. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah.
Josh sound effects. Yeah, get out
Yeah.
of here.
Look, man, I do that shit.
Pushes on himself.
I can't help it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
fucking leap was so good.
Yeah, it's just cool seeing stuff like this, man.
No,
Just
I
seeing
love it.
people's talent put to work, and
I,
it's just so cool, man.
I know I was adding goofy sound effects, but it's because I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be going, yeah.
No. Oh man. But yeah,
I'd play this
this is
game.
pretty cool, man. Yeah, right. Again, he made it to look like those old like Super Star Wars games, man,
Yeah.
which are pretty dope.
Oh, this is cool. Hold up. We'll go back. The fucking little X-Wing deal.
Yeah, the little X-wing part, yeah, dude.
That's cool.
They even did that. And you got a little Lando with the little text at the bottom.
Oh my god, I hate that fucking line. Sorry, I hate most of them.
I'm sorry.
I hate it so
I thought we had a
much.
shot, Josh. I thought we had a shot.
hate it so much.
Too many of them.
That's so
But
dumb.
there are more of us, Josh.
No, dude, I hate that part in that movie. I feel like it completely ruins Poe. It's just so fucked because I love him in the Force Awakens.
There's a few things in this movie that
We've talked about it. We talked about it. Go check out that podcast.
If you want to hear our thoughts, check that out. It's like a 4-hour show because we talked about this, talked about Mandalorian and Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, because I just got work had finally ended for after the holidays.
Yeah, so check that out if you're curious. What I do like about this version of this is that here in this 16-bit version, they actually use the Force Ghost.
Oh, that's cool.
Instead of just the voices, you know.
They should have done that in the fucking movie.
Yeah, they should have. You know, just look at how cool this looks, having all of them there. But nah, they just wanted the voices. But yeah, I mean, in general, this movie, if you're curious about my thoughts on it, there's a lot I like and there's a lot I don't.
Yeah.
But that being said, I definitely like it a lot more than The Last Jedi. But yeah, look at that. All the Force goes together. Would have been so cool if they did that in the movie. Lightning. Oh, another stupid thing about this scene is how does lightning kill him?
I don't know.
Dude, episode 3.
Have you been reading any of the stuff they're talking about with the books and like explanations and shit they put in there?
So if you guys haven't heard, Palpatine in this movie is a clone, and Rey's dad is an imperfect Palpatine clone.
I fucking hate it. I hate it.
They are just digging themselves in a deeper pile of shit than they already are. Dude.
I absolutely fucking hate it that they're doing it.
So stupid, dude. I honestly wouldn't have minded it as much if they would have like mentioned it in the movie, but seeing as how they like they're letting this shit, leaving it for the books, it's like, what are you guys doing, man?
I hate it. I hate every time that I see the new X. I was okay. I was like, the clones. I guess whatever. I always liked the old canon excuse or whatever it was that clones couldn't use the Force or whatever. But
it's kind of like the Dark Empire, you know, from Legends, you know, where the Palpatine was cloned and stuff like that. It's kind of like based off of that, but they didn't like really do it. I don't know. Never mind.
They're making a mistake that Blizzard makes with certain things, which is you're explaining it in the book for one thing. And the second thing is, I just fucking think it's stupid. I really do think that whole explanation is fucking stupid. Clones and imperfect clones, go fuck yourself. I hate it. It's so dumb. I hate it.
They just fucked up, man. They really fucked up. And then there was like another thing where they like, you know, at the beginning of the movie when they're on Mustafar, which they don't even tell us that they're on Mustafar, but they're on Mustafar at the beginning of the movie. There's like stuff that they cut from that was supposed to be in it. There was something about an oracle where Kylo was supposed to find the Wayfinder or whatever. They cut that shit from the movie. They filmed it, but JJ's like, no, we need to like not do it because, dude, the fact that I had faith in JJ for this, man,
Yeah,
he let me down, dude. Because I really thought he was gonna do a good job, but he cut stuff from the movie when the movie needed to be longer. I don't get it, dude. I don't understand it. This movie needed to be longer.
Yep.
Not, I mean, you just watch it and the beginning is like, what the fuck is going on here? But anyway, I just, I've, yeah, the sequel trilogy. For those of you who are watching for the first time, maybe or don't really know how I feel about it, I think it's a fucking mess, and they fucked up big time on it.
My words are, if you're a creator out there of movies or TV shows, don't put explanations of things in the fucking book. It makes, I mean, I'm fine with you adding little things here and there, but that's just blatantly stupid. Adding an entire, like, here's the entire explanation. They're clones. They're failed clones. It's stupid.
Right.
You're leaving out critical information just to put it in the book. Which is obviously, it's probably shit they added after the fact that people hated it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Anyway.
Yeah. All the book stuff should be like secondary stuff, the extra stuff that for those who want to read that stuff. It shouldn't be like, there shouldn't be critical necessary information that you need in the movie that's not in the movie in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, before we harp on Star Wars much more.
Yeah, I just, oh god, every time I talk about those movies, I just, man, they're the biggest disappointment in my lifetime. Are those fucking movies?
Yeah.
Anyway,
did you see the new Batmobile?
I did. I was gonna bring it up, but for some reason I didn't. What the hell happened?
Maybe
I have it on my notes, and it's not on here. Yeah.
Maybe it got deleted or something. I was gonna be like, "There's no way Daniel missed this. It's got to be in here somewhere."
No, I have it on there, but there you go.
I'm gonna pull up the pictures. I got some pictures over here.
So how do you feel about it, first of all?
I like it. What do you think?
I think it's weird.
You think it's weird?
I think it's weird, but I can understand it from a certain point. That this is probably a Batman that's like, this is like a fresh Batman, right?
Exactly.
Like he made his own Batmobile, like that kind of thing. I can get it from that point of view. So from that point of view, I understand it. But like, if you compare it to other Batmobiles, I'm not a huge fan of it. But
I always flash back to the Mask of the Phantasm when he sees that car. For the very first Batmobile, remember?
Yeah.
Have they never? I mean, they kind of have, I guess. But I always I like the square boxy Batmobile. Give me that one from the animated series.
So yeah, everybody's like, we've all heard the jokes. This is the Mad Max, Fast and the Furious Batmobile or whatever the fuck. So I'm not gonna make those, but
I don't hate it.
But yeah, it's I don't either, but it's just, I don't know.
I'm kind of tired of like the big tanky ones.
I don't know, man. I like the Batfleck Batmobile. That one was fucking cool, man.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of tired of them. I want something different. So maybe this will be good.
This one, well, it certainly is different.
It's different.
It certainly is. It is. So we'll see how it is. But
I wonder how much we'll actually see it in the movie. Like they showed him on a motorcycle too, right?
Yeah. He's got a little bat cycle or whatever. Yeah.
This will be the one where we get the bat copter and the bat plane and the bat, the bat unicycle. You know?
They should just bring out all the stuff they had in the animated series, dude. Like all those shits, dude.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, everything.
But yeah, there's the bat Mobile.
Yeah. So overall, I think it looks okay.
He's got
Like
family. Yeah, like Dom.
I'm not, yeah, like I'm not the biggest fan of it, but understanding that this is like coming from a Batman in his early years, you know, this is like a fresh Batman that we're working with here, then I get it from that point of view, and I think it works. So yeah,
I kind of like it, but maybe it's because I like cars. So it could be I'm just tired of the kind of like the big bulky ones.
yeah, probably.
But yeah.
Well, yeah, we've had like, well, I think the past two Batman have had, yeah, the Batfleck one was kind of like the tank
I wonder if we're gonna have bat gadgets in this thing.
and the mobile together, and then the Tumbler from Dark Knight trilogy was literally a fucking tank.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's gonna grow wings and fly.
so yeah, I think it's fine, but it's not my favorite.
Whoop.
I think it's fine. And
Which one
and
is your
it-
favorite? Like 100%, like this one's absolutely your favorite.
Batmobile? Are we talking like just movies, or are we talking like stuff? Or
Let's do movies first because this is kind of like movies.
like it's funny because if I talk to my dad, his favorite is the 1966
Yeah.
Batmobile. Like that's his favorite. Mine. Oh, you said just movies?
Yeah, we'll just do the movies, and
Okay.
we'll do movies, and then we'll do overall because I'm just curious for your movies at the moment.
Okay, so for in terms of the movies Batmobiles, I think I think probably the Batfleck one. I really like how that
Batfleck
one
one?
looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was probably my favorite one. Cuz it's not like it's not like a straight up tank like the Tumbler, but
Mhm.
it's kind of like a mix between that and like the Batmobile like together into one thing. So I kind of like the look of that. And I also like the Michael Keaton one, you know?
Yeah, that one's the Keaton one's my favorite.
Your favorite? Okay.
I really like it.
Because some of the other ones look goofy as hell. I do like the Adam West one too, though. Talking like, because that's a movie too, right? The
Yeah.
66. Yeah. So that one, yeah, I would put that one up there too.
I think the reason I
Definitely.
like the Keaton one so much is I had the toy. I had the toy Batmobile.
Yeah, I really like the. If we're talking like TV shows, I really like the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. That was
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That one's probably my favorite one overall. Period.
yeah, that one is fucking awesome. I really like the look of that one.
Now I'm just looking at the Batmobile for all
Yeah,
the different movies.
So yeah, I definitely, yeah. And then like the like Batman Forever and like those ones, those look goofy as hell. Honestly, to me at least, they look silly. The Batman Forever and like Batman and Robin or whatever.
They also ride those fucking for that one scene in the movie. They drive around in those little fucking different vehicles. Remember, they each have a different vehicle. Like the Batwoman has a fucking motorcycle, and then like. And it's literally used one time in the entire that movie's terrible. That movie's awful. I saw that movie in theaters when I was a kid. It was fucking awful.
I remember like a few years ago rewatching Batman and Robin, and like if you don't take it seriously, if you just watch it as like the joke that it is, it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun watch, dude. You can like you just fuck around with like what's his name fucking Arnold and shit. Damn it! What is Bane? Bane is in this one, right?
Yeah, Bane is like.
Yeah, Bane. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, if you just fucking look at it from that way, then it's a stupid. The bat nipples and the bat credit card or whatever the fuck, dude.
Don't leave home without it. That's so bad. That movie's so bad.
Oh, it's so stupid, but it's such a fun watch if you look at it from that stupid point of view. But anyway,
after you've had a brownie or two, watch Batman.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. You just take.
What's funny is there's a guy at work. He collects comic books, and I told him today, I was like, I just want Clayface in a fucking as the villain in a Batman movie.
Dude. Yeah,
please. Yeah. Please think of the celebrity cameo. Yeah, we have talked about it.
We talked about that.
I would love think of the cameos you could get. I want it so bad. I cannot tell you how bad I want it. I want a good Mr. Freeze too. No offense to Arnold, but I want a good Mr. Freeze at some point. But Clayface, I want Clayface so badly.
Yeah.
Because I'm just such a fan from the animated series. He was so good.
Yeah, I want to see Clayface. I want to see Mr. Freeze. I think it'd be cool to see Man-Bat too. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, Man-Bat would be cool.
And then I would say Riddler, but we're getting him in the new.
That's true. You
So
may
yeah.
be saying that again after you see it. This movie might be really bad
Well,
again.
it could be really good too, though. You never know.
It's true. It could. It could. I hope. I don't want it to be bad, but
Honestly, I don't know if he can get worse than fucking Carrie, dude. We'll see.
So weird.
To be fair, though, those movies were silly, but you know. That's it though for movies.
That's it for the movies, guys. Woo! I guess we can move into our main topic. I don't know how long we're gonna spend on this, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll move on to the main topic.
Building a character. We haven't done this in a while. I haven't made it. When's the last time you made just a character for the hell of it?
I don't know.
See, I make, as a DM of D&D, I make NPCs. And for NPCs, all you really need is a name and what they want, and maybe a little bit of backstory in there, a little bit of history, if it's a deep NPC that you expect the party to fucking mess with a little bit. But for our character, I go deep. And I got a doc here. It's a document I give to every player I have that I'm gonna share. You get a shareable link.
The 100 questions.
Yes. Before everybody's like, what 100 questions? You make your players fucking answer 100 questions. No, I do not. I do not make them answer all of them. But here's the doc. I'm gonna push it in here. I'm gonna show it up on the main screen.
There it is.
But you probably won't be able to see it too well on the main screen.
So yeah, this is what I've used when I've created some of my characters for the games that I'm in with Josh.
Yes.
So when I made my Frozen Decimation character, I used this to kind of help me, get into the mindset and the to get the creativeness of this character going, because they ask you some pretty interesting questions.
They ask some intimate questions too, like.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
So I use it just as a guide. You don't have to answer every question on here. I don't expect my players to. I give them a gold bonus if they do, because I'm like, hey, you put the extra effort in there. Thank you. So have some money or have some XP depending on which game you're playing. For answering it. I originally got this document. I've had this document for over 5 years at this point. So this has been around. It came from my DM, and I don't know where the person that taught me to play or got me into the game was like, here's this 100 questions. This will help you out.
For those of you watching on YouTube, you can find this link in the description of the video.
Hell yeah. And so it's been around, and it's passed from DM to student, and now I'm passing it all on to you all. So 100 questions to ask about your role-playing character. And number 1 starts with the fucking hardest question that you will ever have to answer. What is your fucking name?
What is your full name?
Yeah, what is your full name?
So you gotta be like, all right, first name, not just be like Sal. You'd be like, you gotta like Salvador, middle name, I don't know, whatever your middle name is, and then last name, So that's coming up with names is tough. I usually have a pretty tough time coming up with names.
And this is a good thing to ask your DM too, because some DMs, not me particularly, but some DMs are like, well, they have this style of name for this particular area in this world that you're coming from,
right?
Necessarily.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on the game that you're playing in and your DM and all.
Yeah. So, but seriously, names are so hard.
For our game, for example, we've been lucky enough that Josh is pretty. He gives us the creative freedom to do pretty much what we want to do, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. So just because I don't like to put a lot of restrictions on my players,
so that's been pretty neat.
But if you go back and watch the Arkmeyer arc, you'll see that I don't remember which episodes they are. They are the area they're in, the Praetorians. They're very much modeled after Romans, so they have a lot of like Roman-esque names. So there's there's some dudes named like Gaius. There's a bunch of different names that I think I might actually have a list of them. Hang on. Let me flop over and find it really quick. Boop, 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 boop. Do I have a document here? Text doc. I know or maybe I may have deleted it because I cleaned some shit though. I don't think I deleted it though because I had some shit in it. Boop, 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 boop. And I just wanted to read some of the fucking names. I have a lot of docs and I can't remember where I had this one. Here we go.
The Roman Praetorian names.
Nope, that's not it. Here it is.
There, this is the right one.
The other one is faction names, so I have like the Sanguis, the Caballarius in there, and the Techni Machina. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
So like, there's a lot of dudes named Lucius Trebellus Bellator. Who was that guy?
Remember that guy.
Who was that guy you fought? You remember him?
I remember that guy. We fucked him up. I remember that guy. Yeah. Guy was an asshole, dude.
He was super
Fuck
dick.
That guy, dude.
But no, here's what I did before I went into the Arkmeyer arc for names. This is a DM tip. I went and looked up a bunch of just names and put them in a document, and I just like, I'm giving away secrets, but this isn't really like that big a secret. Is when an NPC came along and the party was like, oh, what's this guy's name? Because this was in the we're gonna fuck with Josh phase, and I was ahead for this time.
Well, listen. To be fair, I'm the one always asking for names.
It's true, and that's because you write the history.
Yeah. I like to write stuff down, and like, you know, I like to document things. You know what I mean? Like, I like to, you know, I like the game that we play in, so I care about, like, you know, writing shit down and you know,
it matters.
You know, yeah.
But yeah, when Bellator came along, I was like, this guy's name is Lucius Trebellus Bellator. Which just sounds so fucking. Josh totally had that guy planned. I don't know. I think that one I did have planned, but there's some in here that's like, But like, there's some names in here like Tullus Flavonius Faustinus, which I think is ridiculous, so I didn't use it at all.
That is a ridiculous name.
But Vel Meldunis was like the victim of the frame, that frame job, of that murder.
Right.
Do you remember the murder?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
There was Tiberius Sextus Meldunis, who was the guy you interacted with for that particular quest. I also have male and female names, just in case an NPC that was female came along.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see what I'm getting at. That particular part of the world was very Roman, Latin, which is why a lot of their shit is named like Caballarius for cavalry, or Blood Rider, the Sanguis Caballarius for Blood Riders.
That makes sense, yeah.
What you guys fought in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to the main document. Sorry, we got distracted on names. But this is like literally out of all these questions, number one is probably really the hardest. And there's tons of generators you can find out there for sci-fi, for fantasy, for whatever you're looking for names.
Yeah, there's name generators for like literally everything.
But let's see if we can think of a name really quick. I tend to go with names that start with V for some reason.
With V?
Yeah, so how about Victor? I almost said Victor Stone. Wait, I know that name. That's a joke.
They call me the Cyborg.
The Cyborg over here. He's the Steam Knight. Victor. Last names are as hard as first names for me.
VV, Victor Vexel. Boom.
Vexel? Fuck yeah. VV. Victor Vexel. Do you have it spelled VEXEL or VEXAL?
That works.
Okay.
Whatever, yeah, whichever works. I mean,
the next question is where and when you were born. This is usually like the thing you'll get with your DM about and be like.
This. I remember when I was doing this. I think I asked Josh about this because
it's like, where was I born?
I kind of because I was looking at the map that we had, and I was like, well, I kind of want to be like not from here, you know. I kind of want to like. My character, I wanted him to be like, he had like arrived, like not freshly there, but like he hadn't been there for too long, you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I was.
Probably had a little adventure or something here or there.
Yeah, yeah. Like he had
Victor
some time there,
Vexel.
but not a whole lot.
Victor sounds like a noble to me. Just the name, Victor. So
Yeah,
he's probably a Ilium Dynasty guy. We'll just use my world.
yeah, yeah. It sounds like he's in. You know,
I
it'd be
can't
funny
I can't spell right now.
if we fill this shit out and you actually like use this guy in the game. That'd be pretty cool, man.
Might show up.
Yeah, I guess
I'm gonna make a lot of misspellings here.
Ilium Dynasty. Yeah.
Next is who are or were your parents, and this is like it gives you a little description, like what are their names, what did they do,
Right.
and what are their kind of personalities like. So
What are they like? You know.
Victor's dad was probably named like I'm gonna go with Richard Vexel. Probably
So, yeah, call me old Dickie Vex.
Dickie Vex. He was a noble, so that's his I'll put it in noble. His occupation. What's funny is noble could be his occupation and his personality, but I think his personality was like he was like a stern hard ass.
He's like a banker or some shit.
Yeah, he could be a hard ass banker. Yeah. Mom. How about Tristina?
Tristina Vexel.
Tristina Vexel. Occupation? Noble wife.
Noble wife.
Noble wife.
Yeah.
Actually, it would just be noble. She wouldn't like not in Ilium. She's not like a noble wife. Nah.
She's a noble wife, you know.
No.
Noble.
Personality. She's probably kind of like meek. A pushover. Spoils her kids.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
We're just doing this as an example. I should
bold.
bold these actually.
That's what I do when I fill this out because I'm like, wait, what? What was I? Did I answer this question already?
This is just a writing tip. Bold your shit so you can find it easier.
Yep. Definitely helps out not only yourself, but if you're getting other people to read it as well.
Exactly. It makes you look at it and be like, I should look at that. That's what I need to look at. That's the most important bit. I'm sorry I'm not looking at chat. I can't look at chat and do the document. So if anybody's saying anything in there important at all in there, then you'll let me know, I'm pretty sure. So question 4 is, I don't know. I'm not going to run through 100 questions of this. We'll probably do a few and then skip around in different parts of it.
Do you have any siblings? Were they like?
I was an only child, so we don't have to think of more names. But you could elaborate here. I'm an only child. Well, what's that mean about me? Maybe I'm a spoiled rich kid. Spoiled rich kid. Where do you live now and with whom? Describe the place and the person and the people. So where do you live at? Well, at the moment, I'm on the run.
Oh, on the run. Spoiled rich kid on the run. Well,
because we all know what's happening in Ilium right now, right? So this dude's on the run.
All right. Yeah.
What is your occupation? Easy. Noble. Actually, hang on.
Nobleman.
Google's like, here, fix this grammar. Fix it. What is your occupation? Noble. I'm gonna put adventurer.
Interesting. Noble adventurer.
Which I can't spell with a flip.
Adventure. Yeah, whatever.
There we go. That's why I have autocorrect.
Write a full physical description of yourself. You might want to consider factors such as height, weight, race, or hair, eye color, style of dress, and any tattoos, scars, or distinguishing marks. I'd imagine that maybe
this is one of the more fun ones to fill out.
My idea is that, or what I have in my head, maybe this guy was there during the attack on Solaris, and because of that, he obtained some scars or something. You know,
he could have been very badly burned. Maybe he got fucking Zuko'd.
Yeah, maybe, dude. That's what I was thinking. Like maybe he was around there for that. He witnessed it. And he's got a little. He got a gift, or he got a parting gift from Solaris. You know.
Yep. Look, there's a lot with Victor Vexel that we can go on. He's had his call to action, right? His fucking noble family is being destroyed. They are on the fucking run now, running with the king now, or on the run from the city now. Because I don't know how many refugees have made it to the king and his army now, Ronin. So let's start off with some simple things. How tall do you think this guy is?
Victor Vexel. He sounds like a
He's
Mm,
definitely a human, because
I
most of
want to
the
say
alien
like
mobiles are humans.
I don't know. The height that I get in my head is like 5'8" type ish.
He's like 5'8".
That's like the thing that comes to my mind.
All right,
5'8".
he's 5'8". He's probably about. You think he's a thin dude? Do you think he's built? He's a spoiled rich kid. What do you think?
He's a small rich kid. I think he's like average build probably.
Average build?
Yeah.
Probably around. I don't know. What's average weight for 5'8"?
Probably like
What do you think?
uh
160, 170, something like that? Maybe more. I'm not
for
good with weights, actually. It's
5'8".
really hard for me to think of weights. I usually Google this shit, to be honest. What's the average weight of a 5'8" male? You know, and be like, it's probably like.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. I want to say it's like one. Let's say like 165 or something,
Probably
maybe.
165. Yeah, we'll go for 165.
Yeah.
Uh, race, human. Uh, dark skinned human, fairly tan.
Hair and eye color.
Uh, probably like blonde, fit in with the.
With the royalty type
Let's
thing.
go dirty blonde. There's so many different hair
There you go.
colors. There
There
really
is. There's
is.
a lot.
I'm always for eye color. I'm always a fan of hazel. I like hazel eyes, cause I have hazel eyes.
Hazel eyes.
So my boy here's got hazel eyes. I need to add a little.
So, freaking Loki in the chat brings up something. He's like, I can't ever get into D&D type games. I have no imagination. Well, this is why stuff like this helps you, Loki. Helps you get into the creative mindset. You know?
Yeah, I feel like it's hard for when you're first starting off. It's like, man, those juices just aren't going. You just need to find the right thing that hits you. Really.
Yeah.
I've always been, huge into Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. So when somebody says those things, my brain's already firing. You just need to find the right thing that makes you fire. So he's got a hair color of dirty blonde. What style of hair do you think he's got? You think he's got long hair, short hair, buzz cut, undercut?
I think he's got like probably like shoulder length hair, maybe.
Shoulder length. What do you think? Wavy, not wavy, stringy?
Yeah, like probably wavy. Yeah.
Shoulder length, wavy hair. He sounds like a fucking douchebag. I'll be honest. At the moment, for his style of dress, I'd put tattered rags. To be honest, he's wearing like.
Because he's on the run.
Yeah, he's on the run, wearing what is it? Dirty, ratty clothes.
Yeah.
Cause on the run. Doesn't have to be perfect. Probably no tattoos, but definitely scars.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Burn scars. Where do you think he's burned at? Well, let's envision of how he was running away from this. Probably on his back, right? It'd be on his back, maybe.
I could see that.
Or he could have been near a blast that came down.
There's like one of the airships like shoots like a building he's standing next to, and it like he's like pushes him forward. He maybe caught some of the explosion on his back.
Yeah.
He's got some burn marks from that, and
burns on the back.
Yeah.
Probably will scar. I'll put this because this is fairly.
Maybe he's got like
probably will scar.
Maybe like scraped his head on the side when he fell too, and like he's got like a little, I don't know,
minor scrapes.
Yeah, like minor scrapes on his like
cuts
on the right side of his head over here up top.
I already got a good vision of who this guy is, just from writing the first 7 questions out.
Yeah, right. You kind of get the idea already of what.
To which social class do you belong? He's a noble.
Well, this one's easy.
Do you have any allergies, diseases, or other physical weaknesses? I actually like to give mine one, and it's one that's personal, which is a lot of my family has diabetes, so I always make a character that's a diabetic, because I find it kind of interesting on how they manage it. Diabetic. Are you right-handed or left-handed? This one's actually important. What if you lose your hands? Do you use both hands?
All right.
So I'm gonna put down both hands. Both hands equal. I would put down ambidextrous, but I don't feel like trying to spell it.
Both hands equal. What does your voice sound like?
This is a hard one, actually.
He's a noble, spoiled kid, so I kind of want to say he sounds like a little punk, but I don't know. But I also want to say maybe after this attack, he's
yeah,
kind of
it's
like
changed.
changed his mind. He's a changed man, you know. He's changed his mindset or whatever. Maybe he doesn't. He's not a big of a bitch as he used to be, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put like
So maybe he I don't know.
What's the best way to describe it? He's kind of like got a medium tone, right? Like you could go light, high voice, deep, low voice. He's kind of in the middle, in between.
Yeah, you could do that, just like somewhere in the middle, or
medium sounding voice.
Yeah.
Medium voice. It's probably like scratchy after all the smoke and stuff from Ilium.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put down a little scratchy on here. It might change. It wouldn't necessarily have to be things to roleplay out, but you know, give you an idea. Medium voice, scratchy, not hot, not too high, not too deep. I'd say before everything that's going on, he probably spoke with a little higher sounding voice, so it's kind of like a douchebag, noble,
like
you know, like a little bitch,
little bitchy scumbag.
yeah, a little whiny. What words or phrases do you use very frequently? Oh, this is easy. Don't you know who I am?
Oh, good. Yeah, I want to punch this dude already.
This is pre Ilium.
Pre sacking of Solaris.
Yeah. What do you have in your pockets? This can be anything. This doesn't necessarily have to be like. They don't physically have to be in your pockets. It's more like, what would you have in your pockets if you could?
Yeah, it is a punchable sentence.
So, coins, money.
Yeah, I'd say coins, money. He's got some of that for sure. Maybe he's got like
a comb, because you know you gotta look good if you're a noble.
Yeah. He's got a comb. What else would a noble old rich kid carry? Maybe he's got like a dagger because he's like, look at my really cool
dagger,
expensive dagger that I got custom made.
He's probably got like a writ explaining like his noble lineage to get him places in the city. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Writ of noble lineage.
Yeah, and that's where he pulls down. He's like, "Don't you know who I am?"
Fucking pulls it out every time.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell lineage. I'm so bad. There it is. Google. Thank you.
There it is. You got it.
But we're probably gonna answer this last question and then we'll skim through them some more because I don't want to spend like all the time answering a question for each. That's a lot of questions.
So we're gonna complete all of part 1, which is the basics. So the last one is: do you have any quirks, strange mannerisms, annoying habits, or any defining characteristics?
Strange mannerisms, annoying habits. Is he a nail biter? Nah, I don't think he's a nail biter.
Nah, I don't think so either. I don't know.
I think he smokes. I think he smokes a pipe. I think he thinks it makes him look distinguished.
He's got a custom gold plated pipe or something, you know?
It's fucking carved out of like this rich, expensive mahogany wood. It's carved out of starwood. You don't have starwood in my world. Which I don't think you guys have encountered too much out of, but this is very no. I'll give you some lore on my world. Starwood is a wood that when you open it up, it almost looks like it has a constellation inside. Like it's shiny. It's like looking in the stars almost. It's on the inside of this wood when you crack it open. So I'd say he's got a pipe. It's carved out of starwood. And it's in the shape of a we'll just say a no, not a phoenix, not a lion, probably a bear. Like really high quality carved out of starwood. Not craved, carved. Starwood. You guys see how slow I type now. Starved wood in the shape of a bear. Oh. It's probably the last thing he's got. It's probably the only thing he has with him at this moment. Other than like a dagger or something that he armed himself with as he fled the city.
Yeah.
But that's probably like the big thing he's got. Can you think of anything else that might be going on? Any annoying habits? Any
quirks, mannerisms, or annoying habits? I'm trying to think. I don't know. What would be something that this kid would have?
Maybe he taps his foot when he's impatient. Taps foot when
I could
impatient.
yeah, okay, I could see that. What else? Let me think.
Maybe
This
bitches and moans a lot. No, I'm kidding.
this question is one that kind of like I kind of have a little I have to think about too sometimes because I'm like,
It's very hard to come up with some of these things just off the top of your head. Like I am a nerd that has to look up like what are some interesting quirks and mannerisms and annoying habits that I can think that it's like. First, I'll look at myself. I'm a fucking nail biter, so so I can't help it. It's just a really bad habit I have. Um, and then I'll look up like just a big giant list of things. If I can't to get the brain going, like here's this guy taps his foot
hmm.
when he's impatient. He cracks his knuckles before a fight or something like that.
Right.
Maybe he blows his nose a lot. You know, something just weird, like weird things. Maybe he says some stupid ass catchphrase. You know, then you got to think of a
Oh,
catchphrase, which is also really
as
hard.
as if you don't know who I am isn't annoying enough.
Yeah, exactly. But he's not gonna say that in the fight.
Don't you know who I am?
That's what you say before the fight happens. But yeah, maybe that's enough for the moment. This is all you need, literally, all you need to get started with a game of any tabletop, really, depending on your DM, is this first part. You can fill out the rest of it as you fucking play. Really. Because it just expands. Sometimes you gotta get into the boots, the shoes, the slip-ons, the slippers, the high heels of your characters, and play them for a few sessions to really get a grasp on who they are, why do they act like this, and where they come from. At least that's how I view it. I know everybody's not gonna share that opinion, but personally for me, well, wearing their shoes for a session or two and figuring out who they are and letting them find their voice, let them tell you the story.
Yeah, and also like you might come up with stuff as you play that you wanna
Exactly.
add on to it that you probably wouldn't have thought of when you were first starting it out. You know.
And especially some of these questions you have to get with your DM and ask. So, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna skim through the questions. We're not gonna answer them, but like,
Yeah, let's go for it.
for like part 2 for growing up, this talks about your character's backstory.
Describe your childhood in general. What was your schooling have you had? Did you go to school? Stuff like that.
Which we've already answered. Just some of the first questions have given answers to the second questions. For example, spoiled rich kid. That's obviously what his childhood was like. You can expand upon in it. Like maybe you got in fights as a kid because you're a spoiled rich kid. You can get away with it. You can totally. What's your earliest memory? Things like that. He's a noble, so he's had good schooling. Did you enjoy school? Probably not. Or maybe he did. Maybe he's an egghead. Maybe he's very smart. Maybe he hides it. Where did you learn most of your skills and other abilities? How did venturing? I had a mentor. Easy questions.
Yeah, my mentor's name was such and such.
While growing up, did you have any role models? Yes, easy. It's
my mentor.
Ancelot. Ancelot's this dude's role models, man. He looked up to that hero, that fabled hero, that jailed Nildarath and kept her prisoner. Yeah.
While growing up, how did you get along with other members of your family?
Well, Mom spoiled me, and Dad's a douche. But we had some warm moments together.
Loki. Oh my God.
What'd he say? Tell me.
I said hands a lot. Oh my.
Hands a lot. It's Ancelot, not hands a lot.
Dude, I don't know why they got me. I don't know why that's not even that funny, but I'm cracking up over here.
I literally have a picture of
Oh God.
What are the big hands from fucking Spy Kids? Do you remember those?
I don't know, dude. No.
I don't remember what they're fucking called, but that's immediately what I pictured. Hands a lot. Wearing a fucking knight helmet.
I just think of the hands from Smash Bros that you have to fight.
The fact that one of my most important NPCs is named Ancelot should tell you how hard it is to think of names.
Oh man. I feel like you gotta name an NPC called Hands a lot now, dude. That'd be fucking hilarious.
It's the fucking bards that tell this fucking big ass plays. Remember how I made Jedro and fucking
flatulence? Yeah.
Oh my God! If you guys haven't seen that episode, I think it's recorded. Go watch it. It's hilarious.
That's something, man. It should be recorded. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Derper made clips. Because I spent 2 days writing that that little play. As a child, what were your favorite activities? Well, obviously, rubbing it into the face of the other kids that my parents are richer than theirs.
Yeah, that's something that he probably would have done. Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is just a Josh thing. When I make characters, there's a certain story I like to tell with some of them. For some, I really like dark stories. That's why Alex's story, Allie, in our game, if you figure out his story in the background, NPC background, his backstory is very dark. And the players are still learning about it, and I love, having that character that's in the dark and can find their way to the light. This is a character, this new character, Victor, he's very high on his high horse. And he's gonna get slapped to the fucking ground and wake up and see that the world is not the way he saw it before. And I really like telling that story as well. So a lot of it is like, how do you like to tell, or what kind of story do you want to tell through this character? And I like to think that at the end of this character for Victor is he becomes a great knight, a great warrior, maybe, or a great mage. That's let go of all this shitty pride, almost like the Super Saiyan kind of bullshit. Almost.
Well, if his hero is Ancelot, then maybe he strives to be somebody like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like deep down, that's who he ends up becoming at the end game. It's cliche, maybe, but I like that story. I love the idea of somebody very high up there thinks they got it all, gets it knocked away, and they have to grow up and overcome it. And stop being that rich kid douchebag.
But yeah, there's a bunch of other questions in here, like
what are your favorite activities?
Yeah, what kinds of personality traits did you display as a child? Were you popular? Who were your friends? What were they like? Probably wasn't popular because he was rubbing it into all the other kids' faces that he was a rich kid. When and with whom was your first kiss?
That's one of those. That's one of those intimate. These next two questions are very intimate questions.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people. I don't know how many people are really comfortable answering them because it's a little weird.
It is thinking about it.
But it makes you think about that character and their romantic history, which is important for some of those characters.
Yeah, depending on the story that you're gonna tell them.
Like Allie. Allie was married, had a wife, has a kid. So,
if you are, this one doesn't apply to this character, but if you are a or maybe it does. I don't know. If you are a supernatural being, a mage, a werewolf, event, tell the story of how you became what you are or first learned of your own abilities. If you are just a normal human, which this part would apply to this guy, describe any influences in the past that led you to do the things you do today.
Yeah.
So
a lot of these questions kind of answer the next questions or get you to that point. Like you get an idea of it.
Yeah, they get you started on like the idea of the next one, yeah.
But moving on to part 3. For some of these questions, there's what do you consider the most important event of your life so far? And that one's so easy for Victor. It's the destruction of Solaris, his home city, of the Ilium dynasty, man. That's what spurned everything. That was his call to action, almost.
Yeah.
Who had the most influence on you? That could be the same as Onslaught. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you consider your greatest achievement?
Oh boy, for this guy.
Maybe deep down, he didn't have one. Maybe that's what's really eating him up. He's not important. He doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What's your greatest regret?
I bet he has plenty of regrets now that Solaris is gone.
I couldn't do more, man. I couldn't do anything. I was weak. I was powerless in that moment. And I just had to flee. That'd be terrible. You're in a position that you cannot change. You want to help. There's nothing you can do. It's completely out of your control. You've lost all control. That would be awful, and I think it'd be interesting to roleplay that out for a character and how they deal with it. And how the people around them deal with it.
Yeah.
What is the most evil thing you've ever done? Maybe you've never done anything evil. But I imagine this guy was probably something of a bully to the poorer class of people. Do you have a criminal record? No. My dad kept me out of all kinds of trouble.
Yep, he got out of everything.
Get out of jail free card, man.
This next one, number 35, what was the time you were the most frightened? Again, probably during this sacking of Solaris.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't do shit.
Absolutely.
he was watching his entire life collapse and literally be destroyed in front of his own eyes.
What is the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to you? Easy. Fucking poor rich kid got the better of me. When I was, poor kid. What I meant to say.
A poor kid.
A really poor kid got the better of me. We were fighting with sticks, and he came along and whacked me. Or she. Maybe it was a woman. Or girl.
Yeah.
Um,
Fucking up the rich kid.
Could be. This dude's starting to sound like Joffrey.
Slap his ass. Pow!
Pow. If you could change one thing from your past, what would it be and why? That's so easy. He would change... I don't know if he could stop Ilium Dynasty getting wrecked, or if Solaris getting destroyed, rather. But I imagine he would change what he did in the fight. I'd say when that happened in the actual story of this guy's life, he probably fled right away. He probably ran like a fucking coward, because that's what he is at that moment. And I think after he's had some time to reflect on it, I think he's going to regret it terribly, and I think he's going to wish he could change it, but he can't, and he has to learn to live with that. Always having to live with that failure in that moment. What is your best memory and what is your worst memory? These two are fairly easy. Probably something, best memory is probably something to do with his mother.
Yeah.
Probably both of them might have to do with his mother, actually.
Oh.
Maybe she died.
Yeah. Maybe she did.
Maybe she was trapped in a burning building and he couldn't save her, man. Maybe that's it. Maybe that will forever be burned in his mind.
Maybe they were in their home while they were trying to escape. Fucking the Praetorians stormed the building and...
Be terrible. Be horrible.
He watched his mom get, whatever.
Cut down.
Oh, that's a little too dark. I'm sorry.
Cut down, man. Well, I mean, it's a thing, though. It depends on how dark you like your characters. Nah. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. I got a little carried away. And that's another thing. You got to think about how dark do you want this to be? Because this is all personal taste. Whoops, sorry, I hit the microphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tend to lean toward the darker characters, the edgier characters, because those are kind of fun to play for me. But I also play like flamboyant, ridiculous characters like Gary Waite.
Gary Waite is great.
Gary Waite is fucking... he's insane. He's super goofy.
Griffo Underbarrel is pretty fantastic.
The Griffo Underbarrel talks like fucking Mickey Mouse. And
Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
But hey, look, that motherfucker's got a mean meat cleaver, okay?
He sure does. You fucking... Hey, man, they were actually during that fight of the Phoenix Guard camp, man. They actually...
They drew weapons.
They did some stuff. Yeah, man.
But those are NPCs, and I don't necessarily put as much thought... I do in some of them. Put as much thought into, like, big backstories in all of them. Like, Griffo's probably doesn't really have a giant backstory. If the party asked about his story, yeah, I'd come up with one. But for the moment... it's just prep I don't have time for, just to do on my free time. If that was something they were interested in, showed more interest in Griffo Underbarrow, hey, he'd have a backstory. It happened. That's the same for most NPCs. But for somebody like Ronan, who has an extensive backstory,
Yeah. Definitely, you have more of an idea and more things planned out for him for sure.
But if you're interested in like how I build characters, just take a look at Alec. Allie, as most of the players call him in our game. Take a look at Ronan. Watch him for when they first meet him to where he is now, having to bear the weight of a crown after being kind of a goofy, not goofy, but kind of a typical prince, almost.
Yeah, he's had to had a change really quickly as well because of what happened.
In the words of Jax Teller, it ain't easy being king. But yeah. But those are the stories I lean to, darker stories, because I like those characters. And there's an upcoming character that the party's going to meet at some point that was actually, I don't know if I should tell you this. I'll go ahead and say it. He was an NPC. Oh. He was a character I played, and he has become an NPC since. Because
he's a character you played in another game?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Will I recognize the name? Because I know you've...
I think his name's already been mentioned.
Oh, really? Huh.
In a few episodes. But yeah, we're moving on. Are you basically an optimist or are you a pessimist? How do you? What's your? Are you like, oh, well, I'll make the best of this situation. I don't know what I would. To be honest with you, for Victor, I have no fucking clue what he'd be at this point. I think he's very conflicted at the moment on how he feels because he's in the middle of a change.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Right now, during this time, yeah.
What is your greatest fear? Fucking fire everywhere.
Shit. Having to deal with something like that again, yeah.
And as somebody like I watch Critical Role, or I'm behind on Critical Role, but there's a character in Critical Role that has at least when I watched, an aversion to fire, and he worked out with Matthew Mercer that when they encountered or killed somebody with fire, I believe is the actual thing, he has to make a roll to see if he freezes up and loses a turn. So this is something that you could use.
Wow.
You could make a like an in-game almost weakness for your character if that was something that you want to do, depending on how hard you want to go with it.
Yeah.
What are your religious views? This
Religious
depends on your world
views,
completely.
Political views, and then views on sex. So like three, like straight in a row. What are your views on this, and that?
Yeah, 3 very important things, and they all depend on the DM and the world that they have created for you.
Yeah.
Or it might be one you skip for now and come back later.
Yeah.
Are you able to kill? Under what circumstances do you find killing to be acceptable or unacceptable?
This guy cannot.
Can't kill?
Not right now.
No, not at the moment.
Because that's why he fled, right? Because he wasn't.
Yeah,
this guy's not able to fight.
He's probably not really trained. He's not trained to kill. He's not trained to fight.
That's why he ran away like a coward, dude. He couldn't do anything, man.
Yeah, probably
he
can't.
Probably, like, again, his heroes until out, so he strives to like probably get to that point where he can, do something. But right now, he's
And see, if I was playing this character in a game, I'd probably frustrate the shit out of my party members because I'd be like, I can't kill. I can take them alive. You want me to beat them unconscious? I can do that, but I can't kill them. You'll have to do it.
Right.
Or maybe it happens like an accident, and that would be terrible. Imagine how shitty you'd feel if like you accidentally killed somebody while fighting them. It's things you can explore in your roleplay.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what is the most evil thing any human being could do? That could be any being could do. This specifically says human, but obviously in D&D and other tabletop games, there's multiple ancestries and races and such as that.
So what's the worst thing somebody could do, basically?
Yeah, but there's a lot out there. We're not going to get into it because that one can get pretty dark. I would never make anybody answer a question either. That makes them uncomfortable. So if you're not comfortable ever with any of these questions, don't answer them.
Yeah. Do you believe in the existence of soulmates and/or true love? There's an interesting one.
Maybe. Maybe he does. Maybe he don't. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows what Victor's feeling right about that right now?
A lot of these are hard to answer at the moment because the way we've built this character is that he's in a moment of great change and a lot of terrible things have happened to him and are happening to him at this moment. So, like, questions like, what do you believe makes a successful life at the moment? He just doesn't know. There is no answer for that at the moment.
He's trying to figure that out.
You could put what he used to think. Probably money and power and all that kind of shit.
Right.
I feel like I'm talking so much.
How honest are you about your thoughts and feelings? You hide your true self from others, and in what way?
You can have a lot of fun with this one.
I feel like he would. Again, this guy's in a moment of like, he's in between, the person he used to be and I think the person he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for now, he probably, or I guess probably when he was as a kid, he was a little asshole who would like, fucking probably tell you everything straight up, right? Like you're a little poor kid. I'm a rich kid,
I can do whatever I want. Get away with it.
Who I want. You know who my dad is? That kind of stuff. right?
You know, these pastries, they're mine now. Such a
So
douche.
I feel like probably underneath that, he probably, I don't know, he just he was doing that as like a, I because you can kind of thing. But
Hmm.
I feel like now, after everything that's happened, he's that's not like really who he is. So he was doing that kind of as like an act to, like, I don't know, just just to be an asshole because he could, right?
Yeah.
But that's not really who he is or something.
Maybe a little deflection in there. Maybe the
Yeah,
old man's very hard on him, so he kind of takes it out on other people. There could be a million
right.
ways to answer
Yeah.
it. Like, you got to
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
deep into a character's kind of psychology and what makes them act this way.
So
Something that
perhaps
takes time.
so perhaps he wasn't always like honest with people, but now maybe he'll start to feel that way now that, what happened to him. You know, the sacking of Solaris is a pretty big event in the world.
It was
That happened.
massive, massive event. They leveled that city. They've killed hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
That's gonna have an effect on him. And the truth is, now he still might hide who he really is deep down, as he flees to try to fit in better.
Right. Yeah.
And that's also, you can also go that way with it. There's a
But
lot of different ways you can go with that one.
but I'd imagine he like starts to open up a little bit more
Yeah, yeah. It depends on the
over
people he's traveling
time.
with.
Yeah.
Definitely things you can explore in there. Um, do you have any biases or prejudices?
I
Yeah.
mean, he sure did. Yeah.
At the time he did, he probably still does, and it'll probably take a lot more than just the city's destroyed for him to change those things.
Yeah.
Um, is there anything you absolutely refuse to do under any circumstances? Why do you refuse to do it? And for some people, they'll
I
put
did.
kill here and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I'd imagine for this guy, there's a lot he probably wouldn't do because fucking spoiled rich kid, right? So there's a lot of stuff he's not used to doing that maybe other normal people would do, and he'd probably think that some normal things that people do are like beneath him.
yeah,
So there's stuff like that he probably would like, be like, what the hell? What? No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm gonna flip over for just a second because I want to see if I have. I actually might have one of these filled out for an old character, and I want to see if I still do
Okay.
on my
Number
drive.
52. Who or what, if anything, would you die for, if or otherwise go to extremes for? So that's another interesting one. That again, depending on like your character and the bonds and relationships and the people that he or she knows, you'd kind of be like, well, who would this character that I'm playing as be ride or die for? So that's something that again you'd have to think about uh with the character that you have built and the people that he or she knows, and then you just go from there.
Oh my god, I have one of these from 2014.
Oh, really? It's 6-year old little sheet you got there,
And did I answer every question?
huh?
Yeah, I did. I think I did. I answered every question,
Nice.
and I'm not gonna show it because it's really bad and really cheesy.
Nah,
Because it's from way before I was really experienced at it.
gotcha.
Uh oh god, I have a fucking from 2015. I had an Imperial defector for a Star Wars game named Anzor Rasky.
Oh shit,
That I didn't answer 100 questions for. I just wrote a
man!
little, like, couple
I can't.
paragraphs.
I really want to play another Star Wars game at some point.
Hopefully, get the chance to.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I don't really have any I can show for myself. I have all of your guys's, but I obviously don't want to show those.
Yeah. I think I
But
filled
yeah,
all of mine out.
but I think most of you did. Even though I was
Yeah.
like, guys, you don't have to fill all these out. I think most of you answered all those questions. You either answered all those questions or somebody wrote me some deep lore stuff, like some fan fiction kind of stories.
Gotcha.
Um,
So going in from that number 52 question, it leads perfectly into the part 5, which is relationships with others. So it's like, in general, how do you treat others? Uh, Politely, rudely, keeping them at a distance. Does your treatment of them change depending on how well you know them? So this guy definitely treats them rudely because he's a little spoiled rich kid bitch. So
yeah.
Absolutely, he does. Who is the more important person in your life and why? Probably his mom,
Hmm.
based off what we know. Um, if she's whether she or not she's still alive, who knows? Who is the person you respect the most and why? Uh, who do you respect the most? You think
It's hard to say at this point because, like,
would it be Ancelot? Would it be his mom? Would it be probably? I don't know.
for the moment, it could be the former king.
Maximilian.
It could have been
Oh,
Maximilian, man, because of what he tried
that
to
makes
do.
sense.
What,
Yeah,
like,
that makes
cause like
sense.
that wasn't a thing. That happened over the city. They saw
Yeah,
him try to take out those ships. Spoilers. uh, but yeah,
yeah. That's actually an interesting point of view there. Maybe he saw that. Yeah, I don't know.
that would make me respect the hell out of the man.
Yeah, man.
Personally, I think it'd make just about anybody. Uh, who are your friends? Do you have a best friend? And describe these people. Now, this is where you get with your DM and are like, well, I mean, you fill this out and it's like, here's some of these NPCs that are kind of important to him. Maybe they're
Yeah,
alive. Here's what happened. This attack happened in this city. They could be alive or dead. He doesn't know. Victor has no
yeah.
idea if they are. So that's a great,
Maybe,
like,
maybe
they could
not.
show up
Yeah,
later. They could show up.
yeah.
Or you could,
Well,
like, you could have a moment once down the line where he's coming across gravestones and he finds one with the friend's name on it. And you have this poignant,
you got a
great
moment there.
sadness
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
yeah.
Tons of things.
Do you have a spouse or significant other? I wouldn't imagine this guy having one. Definitely not a spouse. Significant other, maybe, but I don't know. Probably not.
Have
What do
you
you
ever been
think?
in love? I think he probably has. I
Has he
think
ever been in love? Maybe,
I
yeah.
I think I like
Maybe
playing with
has.
the idea of nobles in love, so that's a lot of fun.
If so, describe what happened. Well,
Yeah, we're not gonna get too deep into that because we
that's a
just don't.
little too deep. But yeah, he might have been. What do you look for in a potential lover?
What's he
What would
like?
what would this guy look for in a potential lover? Yeah,
Uh, rich. Um, he's probably tall.
like
He probably likes tall girls.
does he?
Or
Hmm. Taller than him? Because he's like 5'8".
yeah, I don't think he has a Napoleon complex, so I think he likes tall
Okay.
girls. Yeah, he finds them
All
highly
right.
attractive.
Well, that works. That works for him then.
Um,
How close are you to your family? Well, we know he was close to his mom, but his dad was a little bit of a
distant douche.
yeah.
Have you started your own family? That's easy. No, he's too young.
Nope. Why not? Too young. How old do you think this guy is? Did we ever answer that? I don't think we answered his age, right?
I don't think so. I think you do it under your description.
Okay.
Write a full description of yourself. Age should be in there.
So yeah, well, how old do we think this guy is?
He's young, obviously, so probably somewhere in his 20s.
Like like 23 or something?
Yeah, 23, 22, very young. I
Yeah.
might even go younger than that. I might go 17, 18, depending on which story I
17,
want to tell.
18? Oh, okay.
Depends on how deep I want that story to go. Uh, I feel like younger characters are a bit more impressionable, whereas older characters are kind of set in their ways a little bit. So,
That makes sense.
and since this character is going to be someone that's set in his ways early and then they change very rapidly due to an event, I'd personally probably play him younger. That's
Like
me.
that makes sense. You can be like 19 or something. That works.
That's not to say if you're in your 20s you can't change. It's just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it just might be harder.
Right. Let's see.
God, who would you turn to if you were in desperate need of help? It would be his mom, but not anymore. So now no one.
I guess not. He's on his own, right?
Do you trust
He's on the
anyone to
run.
protect you? No, I don't trust anybody to
What
protect me.
he wouldn't trust the remaining Phoenix, or actually not the Phoenix Guard, but like any of the Ilium people to protect him. You know what I'm saying?
I think after the destruction of the city, it's not so much as do I trust you as can you? Because I think he
Right.
believes that they can't. I think after what he's seen in that city,
That makes sense.
he can't. He
I
doesn't think
get it.
they can do it, so he doesn't trust them to do it
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
because they were just outgunned and
They couldn't do it.
technologically
Yeah.
they're so far ahead.
They couldn't hold down the city. Yeah.
But see how quickly I answered that? That was instantly in my head. I'm in Victor's head now. I can
Yeah.
answer a lot of these.
Yeah.
If you died or went missing, who would miss you? No one.
I mean,
Nobody would
no
give a
one.
fuck.
Yeah, no one give a shit
No
because
one.
he was a fucking asshole his entire life.
And I think now that that city's kind of destroyed and people are dead or gone or missing, I
They
think
would
this
probably wouldn't
affects
even
him.
know.
I think it affects him. I think there's nobody out there that would love or miss me. You know, I
Yeah,
think that's something you could fucking work with.
for sure.
Who is the person you despise the most and why?
Ooh.
Uh, I can give you an entire faction full of bad guys called the Praetorian Empire. No. Hates them all. Jackson Tannis. He
Well, I
wants
was
his
say,
head.
would he know who Jackson Tannis is based off like?
As a noble, he probably would. He'd probably know
Okay.
Jackson Tannis. He would know of
All
him
right, all right.
because they would know that Ronan is betrothed to their the daughter,
Oh, right.
Jackson
Yeah.
Tannis.
Okay,
Tannis. So
okay. All right, all right, all right. So yeah, so
yeah,
he would hate Jackson Tannis then. That's the
that
guy
for
he
sure.
hates.
He would absolutely hate Jackson. There's a lot of people that hate Jackson.
There is.
Do you tend to argue with people or avoid conflict? Straight up argues. Straight up, I will get in your face and I will fucking, like one of those kind of arguers. Like, I will fucking not afraid to
Yeah,
argue.
yeah.
Do you tend to take on a leadership role in social situations? I think he pretends to. I think he kind of wants to be that leader and kind of
He
fake
wants to
it.
act like
Yeah, but when somebody else
That's
steps up,
interesting.
he fades into the background really fucking quick. That's what I think.
Yeah, I see that for this guy. Yeah.
And
that works.
as he changes throughout the story, that could change. But at the moment, the way I see him is like, I'm the noble. I'm the guy that's supposed to be out front. And then when somebody else more experienced kind of comes along, it just shrinks away. It's all
Do you
hot
like
air.
interacting with large groups of people? Why not?
Yeah, fucking.
Again, that kind of blends into the previous question. You know, like he's
Mhm.
sees a group of people, he probably steps in thinking he can handle it. But then
Yeah,
if somebody
I think he
else
likes
walks
being
in,
kind of a show off, actually, like
yeah, oh for sure, for sure. This
to
guy,
the others.
Do you care what others think of you? Probably he does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he probably cares a lot.
Um,
Which then leads us into part 6, likes and dislikes.
you know, hobbies and pastimes, and these are things you can get into your DM with about what kind of happens in your world, what's going on, what's like what in this area that I'm currently in, what's the big deal?
What are the hobbies and pastimes? Yeah, what is your most treasured possession? Favorite color, favorite food? What, if anything, do you like to read?
What's your good idea of entertainment?
Movies, art, music. Well, this all depends again on your world and DM.
Exactly.
You know, you never know.
Do you smoke, drink, or use drugs? If so, why? Do you want to quit?
This guy smokes.
He straight up smokes. He probably drinks a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Well,
But like fine wine kind of deal, yeah.
Yeah. He's got like all the finest. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Drugs? He's probably tried them.
Yeah, he can probably easily obtain all this shit, and he doesn't get in trouble for it because his dad got him out of it. You know.
How do you spend a typical Saturday night?
I imagine that when he was younger, they'd probably throw like those rich people parties or whatever.
Yeah, I need to get deeper into his head before I can actually answer that one. It's the simpler questions like that give me trouble.
Yeah, his parents would probably throw those like rich people parties, and again, he'd like step into like those big people groups, and he'd act like he's harder than he actually is or whatever.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff, you know.
Probably.
What makes you laugh?
Jokes. That's such a stupid answer.
His family probably had like a court jester, and you know,
oh Lord,
and he'd probably laugh. The jester would probably come up with like the stupidest, dumbest jokes, and he'd probably still laugh at them or something.
Yeah,
you know?
Probably. What if anything shocks or offends you?
Being poor.
Being poor. The scent of the poor people, of the fucking nasty.
Poor folk.
They fucking stink. You know, like there's almost nothing likable about this guy.
he would have hated to be in Arkmire with all those sick poor people in the first level or whatever.
Yeah. But it fits the character. He's a noble douchebag, and we're trying. Well, he will get redeemed through the course of the story, not when we're making him.
Yeah. What would you do if you had insomnia and had something and had to find something to amuse yourself?
Oh Lord.
I don't know.
He'd probably read. To be honest, like he'd read
pull a book off his shelf.
Yeah, he'd probably read an Onslaught book. You know, something about him.
the great stories of Onslaught, the Dragon Slayer.
or other nobles, like anything that's kind of like he aspires to be a hero, but is almost too much of a coward to be at the moment.
Yeah, so all he does is just read up on it. Yeah.
How do you deal with stress? I get a massage.
He gets a massage. That works. He's a rich guy. Yeah.
At the moment, I have no way of dealing with it. Are you spontaneous, or do you always need to have a plan? Oh, he's spontaneous as fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Straight up.
Absolutely.
What are your pet peeves?
Poor people. No.
That can't be our answer for everything.
I know.
I don't like it when dirt gets under my nails.
He doesn't like being dirty. Yeah.
He probably don't like his hands being sticky.
He doesn't like it when his maid doesn't put the towel on him after he takes a shower.
No,
I'm just kidding.
that's too far even for Victor. That's like if he's your villain.
I'm just messing around,
but
dude.
probably
I'm just fucking with the whole rich.
It's so
rich
funny.
People don't like doing shit for themselves.
But probably like eating with your hands. You know, he's probably somebody that's used to eating with silverware. He's probably like to fork, knife, and spoon. Chopsticks. Things like that. And which leads us into part 7, which is self-image and etc. So 84 is describe a routine, the routine of a normal day for you. How would you feel if it's disrupted? Which kind of happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go in here and talk about just like your normal day for that particular character. What would you see them doing in their day-to-day lives before they heard the call to adventure? What were they doing on just a normal day? This guy was probably, out seeing all the fine things, drinking the finest wines, and chasing ladies, things like that.
Being a rich asshole.
Yeah, I'd give it more thought if I was gonna actually play this character, or just kind of going kind of quick, because it's a hell of a lot of questions. What is your greatest strength as a person? That's really hard because like we've described so many of his weaknesses in his story. But what do you think would make this character strong? What would you say is his greatest strength? Because everybody's got one, even the weakest person.
Greatest strength as a person.
He's not brave at all. No. So that's not his strength.
No.
It probably would have been his wealth before everything that happened, but now that's gone.
Yeah.
He has no real combat ability. He's probably trained a little bit, but not really.
Yeah. Greatest strength. That's a good one, yeah, especially for this guy, because based off what we said, he's
you know what I think he's good at?
There's a lot of flaws.
I think he's good at bullshitting people. I think he's a good liar. I think he's a good strong liar. That's what I think. I think he's deceptive almost at how easy he's able to
I could see that, yeah.
Convince people, even himself. And it kind of fits into that thing earlier where we were saying, like, yeah, he takes the leadership role, but he kind of fades back into the background if somebody else comes along kind of deal. Yeah, I can bullshit my way through this, yeah. You know what I mean? So...
Yeah. He even convinces himself with the own bullshit he's saying.
Oh, I already know what class he is. Just...
Oh. Based off of that?
Yeah. Off what we've described so far. He's a fucking bard. There's no doubt in my mind he's a fucking bard.
Toss a coin to your witcher. What is your greatest weakness?
Oh, there's so many.
He has a lot.
But I'd say his greatest weakness is his pride, which is a typical thing for a noble. He doesn't like being a poor in the dirt, I need handouts kind of person. He's got too much pride.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? I think this is an easy one. His hero is Ancelot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd imagine if he could change one thing about himself is that he probably wishes he could change himself from being a coward. He probably wants to
be brave,
like be able to be the brave hero that his hero is. You know? Mm-hmm. So he probably would change that.
Are you generally introverted or extroverted? He's extroverted as fuck, but I think he's got some great inner turmoil and shit. I think I think
Yeah,
the extroverted part is him lying and bullshitting.
yeah.
So I think he's a bit of
That seems
both, to
right
be
for this
honest.
guy. Yeah.
Are you
Like
generally organized or
he
messy?
plays it
Yeah,
off as if he's extroverted, but he's
yeah,
actually
you're,
a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Are you generally organized or messy? I'd say he's probably organized, actually. I think that's probably one of his skills is that he's
The
not very messy. He likes to stay clean and know where
yeah,
everything's at.
you mentioned him reading earlier. He probably has like a bookshelf with all his books like perfectly organized and all that shit. You know?
Yeah, it's like by volume,
Yeah,
by year
exactly.
published.
Yeah, all that
Um,
stuff.
and it's super nerdy shit. Um,
Yeah.
Name three things you consider yourself to be very good at, and three things you consider yourself to be very bad at. I'm not gonna answer these because for me it's gonna take a while to think of these things for this character, but gives you something to think about.
He's yeah.
Um, Moving on to 91. Do you like yourself? I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either.
And there's a lot of self hatred in there right now, and he's got to work
Probably
through that.
after this after the Solaris incident, he probably like, wow, I'm a piece of shit, you know.
Mm-hmm. What are your reasons for being an adventurer or doing the strange and heroic things that RPG characters do? Are your real reasons for doing these different than the ones you tell people in public? If so, detail both sets of reasons. Well, his call to adventure is he's forced into it because of what's happened in the Solaris. So he's had to become an adventurer now. He's on the run, he's being chased, he's being hunted down. And he wants to survive and he has no choice. And there's some part of him deep down that he wants to be the next Onslaught, the next great hero.
Right.
Very, very tiny under all that self-hatred.
What goal do you want to most accomplish in your lifetime?
Vengeance.
Vengeance. I am the knight.
I want to
am.
I want to avenge myself, my people, my mother, my father, everybody, all the nobles, everyone. I want to avenge whoever
Maximilian,
died.
the former king.
Yeah,
you know?
Maximilian. I want to avenge him. He died for me. So I'm gonna make Praetorians pay for that.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know if you can see that far ahead.
He's probably just focusing on the now because the attack on Solaris was very recent, and he's just focus on he's like, I'm still alive. Everybody that I don't know if everybody that I knew and loved is still around. I'm here, but are they?
Yeah.
He's trying to work on bettering himself after that too. So yeah, he's probably just thinking about the present, not the future.
If you could choose, how would you want to die? And I can think of there's so many different answers for this, but the one I want to go with personally is I want to take all those bastards with me when I go. So that great self-sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, the vengeance.
If I gotta die, I'm taking them with me. If you knew where you're going to die in 24 hours, name 3 things you would do in the time you had left. He would find a beautiful girl and seduce her. He would. The first one's so easy. The next 2 are hard. He would try to get vengeance if that was possible within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So that's one.
Of course.
He'd probably watch one sunrise. That'd probably be the last thing he did.
Oh, he'd pull a Thanos?
Yeah. He'd do a Thanos. What is the one thing for which you would most liked to be remembered after your death?
Well, I think he wants to be not a coward. He wants to be a hero like Lancelot. He wants to change his life around and probably be as close to his hero as he possibly can.
Yeah. What 3 words best describe your personality? Rude, douchebag, coward.
Yeah,
For the moment, they would change over time, but you gotta play it to his weaknesses at the moment. What 3 words would others probably use to describe you? All of the
douchebag, rude, coward.
Yeah,
the same 3.
It's the exact same words.
Oh
And
god.
question 100 is my absolutely favorite because it really gets you into thinking about this person. Is
So yeah, this is the last question.
the very last question is, if you could, what advice would you, the player, give to your character? You might even want to speak as if he or she were sitting right in front of you and use proper tone so he or she might heed your advice. And that's you. This is us looking at Victor. And what would I say to Victor?
Mm. You'd have to say it so that like he would like understand what you're saying because he's probably not gonna want to listen to it. Uh, he's he has a history of not giving a shit about. Well, I mean, he cares about what people say about him, but like he's a spoiled rich kid, so like he's not gonna give a fuck, you know.
All right,
Like,
I'll sit here and I'll tell you like this, Victor. I'm rich too. Now we're on even ground.
all right, well there you go.
I'd
Go
fucking
for it.
bullshit him. I'd bullshit him.
You'd bullshit the bullshitter.
Yeah,
There
you
you
damn
go.
right. And then we'll bullshit
All right.
together. No, but like, it depends on what I'd want to give him advice about. It'd be like,
I mean, this guy needs a lot of advice.
at the moment, he's lost. He's someone that's afraid, but he's putting up a front. And I'm assuming I can see through that front, which is why I'm giving him advice.
Yeah.
And what I tell him is, Victor, let go of who you were. Because that's dead now. That's gone. There's no bringing it back, and you're just hung up on it. Let it go and become the person that you believe yourself can be, like the heroes in your stories, like Maximilian when he saved you in the sky that day, when he gave his life for not just you but that entire city. Aspire to be that person, the best of us. And that's probably about what I'd say. He'd probably bullshit me at first. He'd probably be like, yeah, whatever you say, man. But I think in time, Victor would listen.
Be selfless instead of selfish.
Exactly. But yeah, man, that's the 100 questions. There's a lot that goes into making characters.
Obviously, there's a lot more questions that we didn't go into. But we did all of part one, and then we kind of skimmed through some of these other ones. And there's a lot more detail that you can go into these, or as you know, you don't even have to go into as much detail as some we did in some of these. But there's a lot of cool questions in here to get you into the mindset of the character, get the creative juices flowing,
Yeah.
and just get you prepared uh to uh to pretty much
Take your first steps into a larger world.
there you go. That's one way
Star
to
Wars
say it.
quest quote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, a few last minute closing tips that I would give is like new players to tabletop RPGs, they'll almost always play a character that's very close to who they are, and that's fine. Do what makes you happy, but I actively encourage you to step outside what makes you comfortable. If you're not comfortable playing like a character that, for instance, is like a brave, outgoing leader, and maybe you don't like playing that character, I encourage you to try it, because you'd be surprised at how well you can pull some of those off. So don't. It's fine to kind of play yourself in a game. I do that with a lot of video games. And I'm speaking mostly this as a DM because I get to try on all the different shoes and be all the different people, male, female,
Yeah.
all the different backgrounds, all walks of life, the leaders, the villains, the bad guys. Don't be afraid to step into those shoes if that's something you want to try. It's a lot of fun to wear somebody else's shoes and to be somebody else for a little while. Just don't forget who you are at the end of the day either. So I actively encourage you to try that. If you're comfortable with your first few go-rounds, be yourself. Be that character. Play it close. That's very easy for a lot of first timers, but I definitely encourage you to try being the villain, or try being the flirty, flamboyant kind of Gary Waite, almost fucking loud.
step outside the box of what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm absolutely uncomfortable playing Gary Waite, and I played him at WaveCon, and everybody watched me play
Yo,
him in a room full of
Josh
people.
played the shit out of this guy at WaveCon,
Yeah,
man.
and that was in a
Like
room full of people. I was
it
terrified.
was a room full of people. We were in a table. This man stood up and like performed as this guy. He wasn't just talking as this guy. He performed as Gary Waite. It was quite the sight, man.
And for that little moment in time, I was Gary Waite walking around that table. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be in his shoes. But you know something about Gary Waite? He's fucking exhausting. Because I was very tired when I sat down after playing Gary Waite for like 5 minutes. But it was so much fun. So I actively encourage you, try on somebody else's shoes for a little while. You might have a good time.
Sure. And then yeah, most importantly, just have fun because D&D is
Absolutely.
fun as hell, man. Like you can do literally whatever you want, as long as your DM permits it. But like for the most part, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So that's the beauty of D&D. So just have fun with it. It's a great time. Fun stuff.
And some more advice I'll give you is you don't have to fill out a single one of these questions if you don't want to play the game. You don't
Right.
have to.
It's just a tool, that you
Yeah.
can use.
If you got an idea, all you need is a name and an age. That's all you. I don't think you need an age. You just need a name. What are others at the table going to call you? And if you want to go in and just fucking fight the entire time, if that's your idea of fun in a tabletop game, do it. I want you to get into it. I want you to play it. I want you to go out there and have fun because that's important to me as a DM. I want to spread the love of tabletop RPGs or any kind of game where you take on a role and become somebody else or become yourself in that game, in that world. I want you to go out there and do it because for me, it's very satisfying. It's a way to de-stress from the day. And I just love it. And I want you to love it too. And if you don't love it, that's okay. But I want you to at least give it a shot. So
Yeah.
I think we'll end on that unless Daniel has any more helpful advice.
I mean, I pretty much just echo what Josh is saying. Just have fun with it. You can go as you can make your character as highly detailed as you want or as not detailed as you want. Like just, as long as you have fun with the character that you're doing, that you're creating, you know, if you're doing what you want to do, then I think that's as awesome as it can get, because D&D is a world of endless possibilities. Anything can happen in D&D.
Absolutely.
It's part of the reason why I really enjoy it so much, and also, it helps when you have like a good group of people you play with, and a good party of characters and stuff, and like the um the chemistry and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, just D&D's fun in general. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it. I only started playing this about, I think in November. It'll be like 3 years for me. So not a whole lot of time, but throughout this time, I've had a lot of good stuff. Josh and I are in the game that he has. It's been going on for over like a little over a year now, which
Hmm.
has been really really awesome. But yeah, I mean, just if you have never given it a shot, give it a shot. It's not as difficult as you think it is, and then even if you still need help with figuring certain things out on making your character or rolling the stats or whatever the fuck, there's always going to be people around who can help you out with that stuff. So don't even
Absolutely.
worry about it. There's always going to be people who are willing to be patient and explain things to you, because those of us who play D&D want nothing more than to get more people involved to play D&D. Okay,
Hmm.
so don't ever, if you've never done it, don't feel like bad for like not knowing as much as others, or anything like that. So it's all good fun.
Yeah. Um, be the best that you can be. Don't worry about anybody else. Is some more advice I would give. Go out there and like. I don't worry about if I'm as good as Matthew Mercer or Matt Colville when I DM the game. I'm never gonna be those guys. I'm Josh. This is who I'm gonna be, and this is how I'm gonna run the game. And if I was playing a character, I'm not trying to be like Travis Willingham playing a character or Laura Bailey playing a character or any of those guys. I want you to just be you. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing or how good they are at it. It's time and experience, and I don't want you to be disheartened by it. If you feel like you're being bad, trust me, you're not. It's D&D. It's fun. Everybody's having a blast at that table. Even on our worst days at that table, I still have more fun than I would any other time. And we very rarely have bad days. Almost never have bad days at it. So, yeah. Don't as long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters.
Absolutely, man.
All
That's all
right.
that matters.
Daniel, if that's all you got, my man, I believe
That's
we're
all
gonna
we
do
got,
our
man.
let's do our
wrap
shout
this-
outs.
Let's wrap it up, man.
All righty. Go ahead.
So, thank you everybody for joining us on this episode of the Clockwork Cantina. This is episode 29. We'll be back with the big 3-0 next week. Stay tuned for what topic that is and all that stuff. But thank you guys. As far as what I'm gonna be doing on stream, I'm gonna be doing now that I beat Doom, I'm gonna be doing some more or I'm gonna be starting a new game, obviously. So I'm gonna be doing Starlink Battle of Atlas or Battle for Atlas, which is the Nintendo Switch version of it that has Star Fox, because I want to play some Star Fox, and there isn't really a Star Fox game out right now, so that's as close as it can get. So that's what I want to do, and we'll be doing that. So catch you guys there for that. Thanks for joining us, and then I believe we do have D&D tomorrow, so
We do.
come back for that. If you're watching live, if you're watching on YouTube, then you should join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
Hi guys. Sorry, I gotta adjust these on the fly because because they're not in the right spot. Sorry. Whoops. Oh god, I fucked that one up. Oop. That's what I meant to grab.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I gotta adjust my head here a little bit.
No, I fixed you a little bit during it. That's my bad. That's because I got new equipment and it kind of messed with it a little bit. Apologies about that. It should be good now. Yeah, guys, I hope you get something out of this episode. I hope you had a lot of fun in this discussion. If you have any comments or questions or anything, if you want advice, you can contact me on Twitter. You can contact me on Discord. You can do whatever you need to if you just want to talk to me. I'm in all my stuff's down there in the corner. You can see it. I want you to go out there and have you a good time and not worry about nobody but yourself, and having a good time with your tabletop fun. I had something I was going to say and it slipped my mind, so keep an eye on Twitter for when I remember it. Tomorrow we have D&D. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Don't forget to set your clocks ahead an hour, because that's going to change tomorrow. If you were in the U.S., I guess. I don't know where else. I don't know where else they change the time, if they do anywhere else. Also, it's weird if you live in some states do it and some don't. But yeah, I hope you got something out of this. I hope you had a good time. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it, guys. Make sure to join us next Saturday for another episode of Clockwork Cantina. Daniel and I will come up with a topic for that one. Maybe we'll do a movie review or something. Who knows? We'll see. But until then, we'll close out with a few minutes of Doom for the Twitch people, and for the old YouTube. You guys will the video will end right here. So bye bye, YouTube.
See ya.